Hey there, my darlings! How are you? I hope that you are doing amazing. It's DarlingDTarot bringing you another pick-a-card reading. So for today, we are going to be getting right into this and asking the question, who will you be proposed to and who is your future fiancé? Whoop whoop! So right off the bat, we have 4 beautiful piles here in front of us. Stack 1, stack 2, stack 3, and stack 4. Now you can choose based off of the energy of the pile, the number of the pile, or the items associated with each stack. Today we have 4 beautiful bows here in front of us, and we also have crystals and color cards as well. So for stack 1, we have this beautiful triangle rose quartz with this pink, white, and black bow, and also a green color card. For stack 2, we have this sort of sand-colored color card. We have this clear quartz chunk, and we have this strawberry bow. For stack 3, we have this large pink and purple bow, and we also have this heart-shaped rose quartz. And for stack 4, we have this beautiful white, blue, and black bow with this opalite crystal and the blue color card. And also, this was a rainbow color card for stack 3. But for stack 4, it is all blues. So I will give you a few seconds to choose, but first, let's take a quick deep breath in. Let's hold it. And release. And I will give you a few seconds to choose now, but you can always choose just one or more than one. You can even choose all of them if they all resonate with you. But of course, if one doesn't make sense and it doesn't resonate, you can always come back and choose another pile. So I will give you a few seconds now to choose, and I will see you at your pick. Bye! Hello to everyone who chose stack 1. Let's get right into your reading and see how will you be proposed to and who is your future spouse. So right off the bat, I feel like those of you that chose this pile, you're going to have a very down-to-earth, very humble relationship and a very humble proposal as well. I feel like the two of you are maybe going to be out in the wilderness, maybe going camping, hiking, fishing. There's just this energy of getting out there and enjoying the day, enjoying nature, maybe even at a botanical gardens. This person would pop a question. I just feel like they're going to want to be involved with birds, with nature, with animals as well. For some of you, maybe they take you to a local zoo, maybe they take you to somewhere that you've always just really loved, a wildlife sanctuary that you really enjoy, and they pop the question there. I just feel like it's going to be something that you both really enjoy. Maybe they're going to take you on a long hiking trip for the weekend, or, you know, maybe even a glamping adventure, right? But there's definitely this energy of just getting out, going, and traveling. I feel like the two of you have very healthy boundaries as well and very much respect one another. And how awesome is that? I feel like maybe this person works in the medical field or the medical industry. They don't have to, but there's kind of a scribble on this card and it reminds me of maybe a doctor's note, right? So maybe for some of you, this person is a doctor, they're a nurse, they're a CNA. This is just someone who loves taking care of other people. They love nurturing. They love being compassionate towards other people as well. I feel like the two of you are empaths also, so maybe the two of you don't even have to talk to each other. You just immediately know how the other is doing from across the room. I definitely feel like there's this deep soul understanding between the two of you too. Maybe the two of you don't need big flashy events or show of emotion to show that the two of you care for one another. Now, another thing that I do want to say is that maybe the two of you really love gaming together. Maybe the two of you love to play like League of Legends, or maybe you play like Draw My Thing, or you play Wii Sports. Whatever it is, I feel like the two of you always have a really good time. You always have a lot of fun. I feel like the two of you always want to kind of work together as well, but there's also this aspect of being total nerds together in regards to maybe your hobbies. Maybe both of you really love to craft, maybe both of you really love to go biking, or maybe unicycling. But whatever it is, I feel like your future spouse is someone who is going to get involved in your hobbies. They're going to get involved in your passions as well. So then that way you have more to talk about too. And I feel like vice versa. I feel like both of you are going to be interested in learning what the other person loves and getting interested and involved in it as well. So going forward onto your first card, this is your Angel Therapy card, and this is talking about the overall energy of the proposal. So we have, you are profoundly clairvoyant. Whoop, whoop. So it says, trust what you see in your mind's eye as well as with your physical sight, for your spiritual vision helps you with healing, teaching, and guidance. So I definitely feel like leading up to the proposal, you're going to know. You're going to instantaneously know that this person is going to propose to you. It could even be that you receive a lot of messages and visions through dreams. Maybe the two of you are mediums. You know, maybe this person even astral projects or astral travels to you in your dreams and literally tells you like, hey, I'm gonna propose. And they're just so excited about it. So you already know. Maybe you also get deja vu, but you're not going to tell this person because you're saying like, I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to make this person feel a little bit scared or nervous if they were going to propose and now they don't have to because now I know. You know, I feel like you're someone who's just going to let it play out, and when it finally does, you'll be like, oh, I dreamed about this last week, right? But I think that when that happens, make sure that you write it down in a journal. I feel like it's going to be really awesome to be able to reflect on that. For some of you, maybe you're also going to realize that you have very strong psychic gifts and psychic insight because of your dream journal. So make sure to keep that, right? I feel like it'd be really awesome also in pursuing maybe a metaphysical career. Some of you might even be healers in regards to Reiki. Some of you might also be good at singing bowl meditations and clearings as well. Maybe that's even your future spouse. I feel like maybe your future spouse, maybe they're really good with Himalayan singing bowls. I don't know why I just said that like that, but anyway, you know, maybe some of them also have a southern accent. But regardless, going on to your next two cards, these are your Secrets of the Mystic Grove cards, and these are talking all about more energy of your proposal. I also want to say that maybe the two of you can kind of communicate through your thoughts too. Like the two of you know instantaneously what the other like wants to eat for dinner, or maybe where the other one wants to go for their birthday. But regardless, the two of you just really know each other. Now we have number 44, Rhythms, and number 36, Contemplation. Beautiful. So with Rhythms, it says groundedness, nature, and earth. Okay, so they're definitely taking you out into nature. It could be that the two of you are deciding to go canoeing, kayaking, skydiving. Maybe the two of you decide to go mountain climbing, mountain biking, llama hiking. Llama hiking is so much fun. Maybe they're also going to take you berry picking. There's just this energy of being out in nature and allowing the sun to touch your face and to touch the skin on your body, right? I feel like this is someone who maybe even wants to take you to a local lake or a local pond and admire the wildlife. For some of you, this might take place in the springtime, and you might be traveling somewhere where there are wildflowers, where you could take a wildflower hike. I feel like they've always dreamed about proposing to someone in wildflowers, or maybe even in a sunflower field. But it says groundedness. So I also feel like maybe this person is going to really do a lot of meditation before they come to you with this question, right? Or with this proposal. I feel like this person is also, you know, going to have been really nervous with kind of popping the question, right? And that's why we have number 36, Contemplation. They spend a lot of time by themselves with the number 9, a lot of time in solitude, in self-reflection, to be able to understand if this is something that they should be going towards. Oh, wow. And look, we have an 8 and then a 9. So it's one step right after the other, one foot in front of the other, 1 second at a time, 1 minute at a time. You know, this isn't someone who wanted to just immediately rush into marriage and engagement. You know, maybe the two of you are going to have a really slow burning romance for a really, really long time, and that's finally when they pop the question and you're just sort of like, finally, right? But with reflections, rumination, and musings, I definitely feel like this person has put a lot of thought into how they were going to propose to you. They've put a lot of thought into every aspect of it. I feel like maybe if they are going to propose to you in the wildflower kind of field. I feel like they're going to get a drone to watch over you guys as well. I feel like they have everything planned out in that regard. So going forward, onto your next two cards, these are your Animal Totem Tarot cards, and these are talking about if we could sum up your future partner into two cards, what would they be? So we have the Three of Cups, which is puffin energy, and we have the Empress, which is cow energy. Woohoo! So with the Three of Cups, this is talking all about celebrations. I feel like your future partner, your future spouse, is someone who is just very fun-loving, someone who really loves their friends and family members. I feel like community is incredibly important to them. You know, I feel like they're very well known in the community as well. They get a lot of recognition, especially at work. I feel like they're an incredibly hard worker. I feel like this is someone who always gives 110% to everything that they're doing, regardless of what it is. This is also someone who will help out a friend in need without any expectations of how they're going to get paid back, or how they're going to have something in return. You know, this isn't someone who needs that. This is someone who is just generous because they can be. This is someone who just really likes extending themselves and extending their kindness. Now, also with the Three of Cups, I feel like they know a lot of people. It doesn't necessarily mean that they have a lot of friends, but I feel like they have a lot of acquaintances. You know, this is someone who definitely knows people in every walk of life as well. I feel like they're not just only friends with people that are their age. I feel like they're friends with people who are older than them as well. Just all different kinds of walks of life. This might even be someone who is a mentor to people who are younger than them. Maybe this is someone who is a teacher. Again, if they are a doctor, I feel like maybe there's someone who is a little bit higher level than those at work, and maybe they have to be looked up to. But I definitely feel like there's this energy of people really respecting them and then being able to make friends wherever they are. I feel like maybe this is someone who has Libra in their chart as well, because when I think of good conversationalists and I think of people who can make friends anywhere they go, I definitely think of Libras. They're very happy-go-lucky, and I feel like that's the same energy as your future partner. Now, we also have the Empress, so I feel like this person, regardless of gender, is definitely in their divine feminine energy. I feel like this is someone who really loves their self-care time as well. They really love to spend one-on-one time with themselves. They love to listen to music. They love to distress. They love to you know, maybe even get themselves a bunch of really nice snacks and just watch Netflix for the day, to be completely honest. You know, this is someone who loves to be a little bit of a couch potato, but it's also because it recharges them. I feel like they can't be an extrovert all the time. They have to recharge. It's almost like they switch between extrovert and introvert very easily, but I also feel like they're also very balanced between their divine masculine and their divine feminine, and that's something you're really going to love about this person. Notice we have more wildflowers. So it could just be that this person really loves hiking. Maybe they've been all over in the mountains, you know, maybe in Colorado, or just maybe, I keep hearing Switzerland. Maybe Switzerland, I don't know. But regardless, I definitely feel like there's this energy of being well-traveled and knowing all the spots, knowing where they can take you that's going to be romantic and secluded, and somewhere that's going to be beautiful at the same time. They want to propose to you somewhere that's very scenic. I feel like this is someone who devil is in the details. This is someone who is very observant at the same time, right? And that's something you're really going to love about this person, is that they analyze everything. They're very resourceful, and I think that they cover all of their bases. Very, very cautious and very meticulous energy. I feel like they're also very fertile. I feel like they come up with ideas very easily, and maybe they're even a self-starter, an entrepreneur. But they're definitely well-read, and they're definitely very well-educated as well. So going forward onto your next few cards, these are your Ethereal Visions cards, and these are talking about the day leading up to the proposal. So we have the High Priestess. That goes really good with you are profoundly clairvoyant. The Tower, the Knight of Swords, the Magician card, and the Temperance card. Beautiful! So I definitely feel like you're going to know about them proposing to you with the High Priestess here. This is all about kind of your intuition, your inner knowing, accepting that as well, kind of being like a little bit smug about it. Do you see her smirk there, where it's like, you could tell me whatever you want, but I already know the truth. I already know what's going on. Like, you can say that we're going to a pickle factory all that you want, John, but I know that we're going to a place where you're going to propose to me. I've seen it in my visions. My guides have talked to me about it. You can't fool me, right? right? But we do have the Tower, so maybe it throws you through a little bit of a loop when it isn't necessarily exactly what you expected. Maybe you saw the vision from just a little bit of a clip in your dream, so you're expecting a certain area, and it's almost like when you finally do get there, that's when you recognize it. But the whole picture, you're just sort of like, well, this can't be right, this can't be right, this can't be right, and then it finally happens, right? But I feel like the two of you are definitely going to go out. We have a mask here, so it could be that during coronavirus, the two of you decide to go out to a restaurant safely, or maybe to a local park or to a local museum, and that's something that's going to be really fun kind of throughout the day. A lot of communication. I feel like this person is going to take a lot of pictures of you for social media. I feel like they really want to show you off on their social media as well. But your spirit guides are saying that yes, you've manifested this, you've seen this, you're very, very psychic, you're going to know immediately how they're going to propose, where they're going to propose, and when they're going to propose, but have patience and have faith that it's going to happen. Don't push this, right? It's almost like maybe kind of control issues, and not bad, right? But it's almost like wanting to know when it's going to happen, wanting to be on top of it, wanting to be on top of the situation, and that's kind of Virgo, Taurus energy, maybe even Capricorn, to be completely honest, which I can drag them. I have all of them in my chart, right? But regardless, I definitely feel like with Temperance, it's talking all about having patience and having faith that it's all going to come together, because the two of you are a divinely guided relationship. Now, going on to your next few cards, these are your Wheel of the Year tarot cards, and these are talking about information on the proposal itself. So we have the 7 of Wands, the 10 of Wands, the 2 of Wands, lots of passion here, the 10 of Pentacles, the 9 of Wands, and the 9 of Pentacles. Beautiful. Look at that. 2 10s and 2 9s. So you might be seeing a lot of 9s, a lot of 10s. You're definitely coming to the closing of a cycle. With the 7 of Wands, this is talking about as this person proposes to you, I feel like they're going to say to you, look, you're my partner in crime. You're the person that I want to have the ups and the downs with. I want to have good times and bad times. Maybe they're going to take you down memory lane and reflect on all of these beautiful times. To be completely honest, you have the nicest cards here out of any of the other decks. I recorded these backwards today, and honestly, they're so bright, they're so bubbly, and they're so vivid. Like, the only scary card that we have here is the 9 of Wands, and the 9 of Wands, to be honest, isn't even scary, because it's talking about for every problem there's a solution. For the crows kind of coming into the field, again, another wildflower field. That's interesting, right? For every problem there's a solution. For the crows coming in and eating all of the vegetation and ruining the field, the scarecrows will scare them off, right? And I feel like you guys are putting a fix to any kind of problems or any kind of unresolved issues that the two of you might have, which, to be honest, I don't think that there are any. I feel like the two of you have a very good relationship. I feel like the two of you have very good communication as well. And I feel like that's something that the two of you definitely notice together. I mean, with the 10 of Pentacles, the two of you are very successful. I feel like the two of you do very good together as well. I feel like the two of you motivate one another. I feel like the two of you are one another's wish fulfillment as well. With the 9 of Pentacles, very, very straight to the point, to be completely honest. But yeah, I feel like maybe during the proposal, you guys hike to a quiet place and then they break out a picnic. I feel like maybe they had a whole picnic planned for you with wine, with cheese, with sandwiches, maybe even with like petit fours or like little tiny cakes. But I definitely feel like this person had a whole picnic planned. I feel like they baked all kinds of breads. They maybe baked a dessert as well. This is just someone who's incredibly thoughtful and thought out every aspect of the date that could be possible. Right? They're definitely romantic at heart, and that's something you're really going to love about them. And do you see how the woman is smiling at the man and pouring him a glass of wine? I feel like after they propose to you, that's going to be your energy, is like you're just on cloud 9 and you're like, can I pour you some wine? Can I make you your sandwich for you? Can I slice this bread you baked? Right? It's just this energy of feeling like you're floating, feeling like all is good in the world, feeling like your wishes have come true. to be completely honest, right? It's almost like that happily ever after. The two of you are so successful too. I feel like moving in together would be very easy, is something that the two of you might talk about as well. Now, going on to your next few cards, these are your Yuval More Tarot cards, and these are talking all about more information on your proposal. So we have the Five of Swords, the Five of Wands, wow, 2 fives, the Devil card, the Sun card, beautiful, the Lovers card with the Two of Pentacles, beautiful, beautiful. I love that we have 2 twos as well. That like totally shocked me, right? Because with the twos, you might be seeing 222 a lot, but I also see this as partnership, as loyalty, as sticking through even during the tough times, right? And I really love both of these twos because it's really talking about not only partnership and kind of going towards your goals together, but it's also talking about learning how to make time for one another, learning how to take things in stride with this relationship as well. Now, another thing that I do want to touch on too is that you might be an LGBTQ plus relationship. Now, the beautiful thing about this deck, and something that I really love, is that there are 3 Lovers cards, right? There are a woman, there's a man, and then there's a man, woman. And I really love that. I love that there's representation in this deck, and I love that we can see every aspect of the relationship. I feel like during the proposal, it's going to be very tender. It's going to be very loving, very compassionate, very understanding. Regardless of if you are an LGBTQ relationship or not, divine feminine energy is going to be here. It's going to be very sensitive, very sentimental, very understanding, caring, and loving, nurturing even, right? Just very, very tender, very tender. I keep hearing love me tender in my head, right? But with the Five of Swords and the Five of Wands, maybe the two of you are going to kind of joke about how disappointed your exes are going to be, or how disappointed people in your life that wanted to be with you are going to be. I just feel like there's going to be this playfulness between the two of you. Maybe the two of you are going to have a little food fight, or just kind of mess around or joke around, or maybe tickle each other. I just feel like there's this energy of just having a lot of fun after the proposal, and after you've gotten this big weight off your shoulders of, you know, popping the question. I feel like the two of you are just going to have a good time. Now, I also feel like this person was very, very concerned about it with the Devil card, and maybe you're a little concerned too. Maybe when they pop the question, you're just sort of quiet. You know, maybe you had to pause and just sort of think it out for a second. And it's not to say that you didn't want to be with them or that you had to think about it, but it was more of an energy of, oh, I should probably think this through because this is a really important decision and I wasn't expecting them to do this, even though I kind of assumed that they would, right? I also want to say that those of you that have been putting out into the universe that you want to find someone that is going to be on the same wavelength as you in regards to marriage, that's going to be this person, and they're coming in a lot sooner than you even realize, right? But it's going to be really, really good times when they finally do come into your life. You know, I feel like it's, especially during the proposal, it's going to be all happiness, all good times, and I feel like it's going to outshine this Devil energy. I feel like you're coming out of the Devil energy, out of this competitive energy, out of this tit for tat energy, you know, into something that's beautiful, into something that's caring, into something that is loyal and loving as well. And how beautiful is that? So going on to your next few cards, these are your Unicorn Tarot cards, and these are talking about your reaction to the proposal. So we have the Tower card. Wow, the Knight of Pentacles, the Queen of Rods, and the Hierophant. Bada bing, bada boom, let's get married, right? But with the Tower, this is talking all about being shocked, you know, being a little bit surprised. I feel like it's not only shocked in the fact that you predicted it accurately, but it's also shocked in the fact of, oh my gosh, this is actually happening. This person is actually proposing to me. It looks like this guy is actually like on one knee, like, will you marry me? And this person is fainted like handsome Squidward, like, oof. And I feel like maybe that's you guys' energy. Maybe the two of you are a little dramatic too, and that's kind of funny. Maybe the two of you are gonna maybe even like sarcastically joke around with each other when this happens too. For some of you, I feel like you're just a really playful couple, but we do have the Knight of Pentacles. This is accepting it very gladly, feeling excited. We do have fall time here too, but we have the Queen of Rods, feeling in your power, feeling excited, feeling ready for this, feeling up for the challenge. To be completely honest, I feel like you're chomping at the bit to get married, because with the Hierophant, this is like, yes, let's settle down, let's have commitment, let's get married, let's have tegu babies, right? Like, let's just have a bunch of monitor lizards and tegus. Like, that's the dream. I don't know. So going forward onto your next few cards, you're just really excited, and I love how straightforward these cards are. Going on to your Witch's Tarot cards, these are talking all about how your in-laws felt when your future spouse said that they were going to ask you to marry them. So we have the Shadow side, which is the Devil in traditional tarot. We have the High Priest, which is the Hierophant. We have the Nine of Swords, we have the Queen of Swords, and we have the Death card in reverse. Okay, so before you guys get scared, don't worry, you know, this is very good. I think that they saw both good and bad aspects here. I think that they were just being really realistic. I think that they told this person, look, it's been a long time. I think that it's very safe to be able to. I think that you could go towards this person and they will not shut you down. I don't think it's going to be the end of your relationship, but just use some common sense here. Like, don't overdo it. Maybe their family was a little bit worried about this person saving up like $1 million and like spending it on a ring and spending it on all of these little details, maybe like a little band playing in the corner in the field, and you know, this and that, and all of these little sweets. And you know, their family was like, well, just stay practical about it, like don't break the bank for this. You know, maybe it was something that they really worried about too. I also feel like maybe their family is just really concerned about them kind of going head over heels, you know, or kind of putting themselves in a situation that's a little bit bad, maybe putting themselves in debt. But I think that their family genuinely loves you. You know, their family genuinely sees the two of you as each other's keys to happiness. You know, they don't have much qualms about it. I think that they're just worried that if it were to go south, that this person would potentially lose out on money or potentially just be very heartbroken. But they don't see that happening, right? They trust you. So going forward onto your last few cards, these are your Enchanted Tarot cards, and then we will pull some charms. We have the Empress, the Five of Pentacles, the Judgment card, the Two of Hearts, the Tower again, and the Four of Pentacles. Okay, so with the Four of Pentacles, you know, I feel like maybe there's this energy that you feel like they're holding back from something, and that's when you're going to realize that they're going to propose. But it's still going to be shocking. Even though you know it's right around the corner, I feel like it's still going to be incredibly exciting and incredibly shocking, and maybe even like earth-shattering, right? But with the Empress, you're definitely stepping into that divine feminine energy. You're feeling yourself, you're feeling proud, you're feeling empowered during this proposal, right? And I feel like you feel a little excited that you could say yes or no. Like, you wouldn't say no, right? But I think there's just this energy of, I could say no. I think that's just kind of that playful energy. But with the Five of Pentacles, you know, I think that you're excited to finally get out of the dating rat race, so to speak, with people who might ghost you or people that don't take you seriously or don't give you the time of day. And that's why we have the Two of Hearts here. I feel like it's going to be a really loving union, a really loving relationship as well. The two of you are definitely spiritually connected, and I feel like it's because this is a past life connection, to be completely honest. I feel like this might even be a relationship where the two of you might have been friends before, lifelong friends, and then you finally came together. But it's just definitely this energy of your souls recognizing one another on a beautiful soul level. So I'm going to clean this up, and then we will go back into this reading with the charms. Now, we also have this paper clip, so it could be that this person is literally keeping tabs on you. They're very stuck on you at the same time, and I feel like this person is very organized. They're very tidy. Okay, so I went ahead and tidied up, so we are right back on track. So let's go ahead and draw your charms up. Woohoo! So for those that pick stack 1, what will this proposal be like for stack 1? What will this proposal be like? What will this proposal be like? And I like to close my eyes as I do this as well. Okay. So, wow, we have 2 E's right off the bat. That might be important. Maybe a first name, maybe Ernest, maybe Cheese, maybe Chuck E. Cheese. going forward, we do have the Strength card though, so I feel like the two of you are going to be really important to one another. Oh, it could even be that maybe their first or their last name has two E's in it. Now we also have the Citizenship Award, so I feel like your future partner is someone who is just an incredible citizen. They love being part of their community. They love helping out with people. They love sports too. With this basketball, it could be that this person really loves basketball. They could just love sports in general. We have a G, so it could be G, like that song G, 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 baby, baby, baby. I think it's by Girls Generation. I haven't heard it in years, but you can look that up. That's a good one. We also have the letter U, so it could be goo. It could be guess. I mean, if there was two S's, but I don't think we have. Do we have any others? We have a heart. So, oh, it could be Eggy. Nailed it. So we got a heart though. So whatever. UEGE. That could be very important. Now we also have the cameo as well. So I feel like there's going to be tons of pictures taken, especially the day of the proposal, right? They want to be able to look back at it and remember it. We have to go for it. So I feel like they've received a lot of encouragement from their friends and family members that they should just do it. Do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. Now we also have crayons, so again, I feel like this person is very creative. Maybe they're going to draw you a picture. Maybe they're going to draw you a picture of the two of you. Maybe they're going to get a picture commissioned. This is definitely a divinely guided relationship. I feel like they feel very passionate about you as well. It's almost like they can't keep their hands off of you. For some of you, you might also be a Leo. I feel like, again, this is a very divinely guided relationship. There's a chain of events connecting the two of you as well. Maybe even in regards to the way that the two of you meet. Maybe you met in high school, maybe your family members introduced you, maybe you met at a wedding, but I definitely feel like there's this energy of getting to know one another, and just the way that you guys meet is very interesting and very coincidental, right? If you believe in coincidences. But you guys are very much protected, you're very much being looked after because this connection is very important, right? Now we also have the fish charm, so I very much think that the two of you could be very connected with the water or with the ocean. Maybe the two of you grew up near the water. This could also be talking about the fact that the two of you always persevere and always push forward, and that's something that they really love about you as well. Now we have the loopy you. I feel like the two of you love to have a lot of fun together. You love to be really goofy and loopy and happy, and I feel like the two of you very much count your blessings when you're together. Now we have this broken bone here, and it's part of the wishbone, and I feel like maybe in the past the two of you haven't always gotten what you wanted or what you deserved, and now the universe is finally like, here is your wish fulfillment, right? I love that we have the whole wishbone. That's really interesting. So going forward, we also have this carrot. So I feel like this is someone who maybe is vegan, you know, maybe vegetarian. They just eat really good. They could be born in April or in springtime in general, but I definitely feel like this person is taking you to a wildflower field. So that's why we have the springtime kind of vibe here. Now we also have the Emperor. So I feel like this person, you know, when they're around you, they feel like they have to mature a little bit more. And they're also the full package, to be completely honest. This is someone who is sentimental, you know, who is logical, who is analytical, who is I said logical twice, so it could be that this person's just incredibly logical, but they're creative, they're crafty, you know, they are very good at cooking as well. It's almost like they're good at everything. They're a jack of all trades. But with the devil here, you know, it's almost like maybe they have some self-sabotaging tendencies, but at the end of the day, I feel like you literally complete this person. You know, you are this person's other half, and they have the key to your heart. Now, also with the teardrop, again, I feel like you've been treated unfairly in the past, and this person is coming in, you know, to literally make all the wrongs right. You know, even the wrongs from other people. I think that this person just wants to make sure that you're treated well. You know, this person wants to make sure that you're honored, that you're loved, that you're cared for, and that you're nurtured. With the penny in reverse, I definitely see this as maybe they felt like they didn't have the best luck in the past, and now they're feeling like it's finally turning in their favor. They feel like the universe is finally conspiring with them and giving them things. You know, when the universe gave them you, they felt like they won the lottery, to be completely honest, and I feel like that's something they would probably tell you. Now, also with this clasp, I feel like they like tying up any loose ends. You know, again, this is someone who's very organized, very tidy. We also have this bell, so it could be that this is someone who enjoys healings, or just loves to keep themselves very protected at times. So we have more chains. So there's definitely a chain of events that's going to lead you to this person, and it's going to be very intricate and very interesting. We have rose quartz here as well. So there's definitely going to be a lot of love in this relationship, a lot of self-love. Oh, we have a W. Look at that. Okay, so we could have we. That's really nice. Look at that. Nailed it. Okay. So there we go. WEEGU. I don't think I can make any other. Can I make you? Oh, I can make you. Look at that. Okay. Like Loopy U, look at that. How cool. I love the synchronicities. So maybe both of you like to spin your own fiber. Maybe you like to do fiber crafts. Maybe you like to knit or crochet. Maybe that's going to also be a hint on who this is. Or maybe just even a clarifier that this is your pile. Maybe you have llamas. Maybe you have alpacas. Yeah, this also could be an M, to be completely honest. We could also say that it's an M. So, WM. Yeah. We could say gum. GUM. We could also say gem. So maybe this person is a rock hounder and they're going to find you a nice gem. Maybe this person is like a chocolatier. Maybe this person is Willy Wonka and they're going to give you that every meal gum, right? But regardless, there's those. We have this poodle, so it could be that this person is a dog person. I feel like they're very loyal to you, and I feel like they take very good care of themselves. I feel like they see you as their other half as well. Can't have one without the other. They love cuddling with you. They love keeping warm as well. Now, the funny thing is that almost every pile has gotten this letter, and I have never received this letter so many times in my life. But it says, "You are so incredibly strong and brave. Thank you for always helping me carry heavy bags, worries, and any fears I might have. You are the best." And I feel like that's how they feel about you and how you also feel about them. Now, we have this cat pendant, or this cat crystal. So I definitely feel like this is talking about both of you are very independent. Both of you love to go towards your own passions and your own goals. I feel like you're someone who has gotten back to basics recently. And maybe this is spirit saying that as you do that, that's when this person is going to come into your life. We also have this pearl. And when I see pearls, I think of how sometimes when we're feeling a little bit uncomfortable in life, beautiful blessings can come out of that, and beautiful abundances can come out of that as well. Just think of clams, you know, when they have these pearls being made inside of them, it's very uncomfortable. It's just kind of salt deposits that get trapped underneath their tongue, and they push it around and push it around and push it around until it finally forms this ball under all the pressure. But you have to remember, it's all infection, and it's salt, and it's goo, and it's stink, and it's nothing that's good. But at the end of the day, we see it as a prized possession. We see it as something that's beautiful, and it comes out of the hardship, you know, and the maybe struggling that being had, but it created something so gorgeous and so wonderful out of it. And I feel like maybe that's the energy of both of you, is that you've been through your metamorphosis, you've been through your changes and your challenges, and now you're just kind of waiting on the beauty to come, right? We have 2 orange peppermints, which is pretty cool. I feel like both of you are very, 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 very adventurous. I feel like both of you are very excitable as well, very vivacious, very sweet, very energetic, very warm, very creative as well with this green peppermint. I also feel like the 2 of you are going to be very down to earth, very humble, again, respecting one another's boundaries, right? Now, we also have your ability to connect with others will always be your greatest strength. So I also feel like you're very, very good with connecting with others and talking to others as well about your feelings, especially your partner. Oh, look at this perfect fit here. But it doesn't get stuck. And I feel like that's the same energy with your partnership and with your relationship, is that, you know, both of you fit together perfectly, but you're also not going to stress the other one out about staying in your life or, you know, maintaining there. You know, it's never forced. When it's forced, it doesn't fit. But when it's not, it fits perfectly. Look at that. At the right angle, it fits perfectly. But at others, it doesn't. And I feel like maybe that's the same energy with you guys' relationship, is that maybe with other relationships you've tried and it just wasn't a good fit, but with the two of you, it's perfect. It's almost like you were made for each other, right? So we also have the King of Cups. I feel like this proposal is going to be very, very loving, very emotional as well. But again, I feel like you guys can't keep your hands off of each other. With the Two of Wands, I definitely feel like you're looking out to the future together, deciding where you want to go for a honeymoon, deciding what it is that you want for a wedding too. Where do you want to have the venue? You know, what sort of food do you want as well? I feel like you guys get very excited about talking about the food that you'll have at your wedding. Now we also have the Six of Cups, having a lot of good time while doing that. We have the Four of Swords and the Ace of Swords with the Queen of Wands. You know, so keep being independent, keep going towards your goals, towards your opportunities, towards your passions, towards things that you really love. And with the Ace of Pentacles, honestly, this is a brand new start, a fresh new beginning. When I think about a proposal, I think about the Ace of Pentacles. So I just love how it all fits in together. But allow yourself to rest and reflect during this time that you might not be proposed to, right? Or engaged, or if you don't know this person, allow yourself to just enjoy the in-between time or the in-between period as you get to know this person, or as you meet this person, or you know, as you are continuing forward onto this journey of meeting this person, right? But definitely let me know, you guys, in the comments if you can come up with any other words here, right? Or any names. You know, we could probably come up with the name Meg, so maybe Megan. You know, maybe this is someone who is named maybe Gemma. Maybe even. I don't know why I just thought that. Also, Jean. I know we don't have an N, but I just wanted to throw that out there, like Gene Simmons. But anyway, I hope that you guys have a great rest of your day. Definitely let me know if this resonated in the comments. Hello to everyone who chose stack 2. Let's get right into your reading and see how will you be proposed to and who is your future fiance. So right off the bat, I love that you chose the strawberry bow. I feel like you and your future partner are very unconventional. I feel like you two do things in your own way. You're both very unique and authentic, both potentially very creative as well. Maybe you're both self-starters, entrepreneurs. Maybe you sell things online or on Etsy. I definitely just feel like there's this energy of being self-sufficient and both of you being able to stand out in a crowd as well. I feel like when the two of you are together, you're very much this dynamic couple. You're this power couple even, and everyone kind of strives to have a coupling like the two of you. Your union is just so special and so important as well to both of you guys' soul growth and soul development. I feel like the two of you really help each other kind of bring one another to that next level in life as well. Maybe one of you is a musician and the other one is an artist. I just get this really artistic vibe, really creative, really talented as well, the people that pick this pile. So going forward, I definitely feel like the two of you are not the type who would squander the day. Maybe the two of you would go out and dance in the rain, or really appreciate a dreary day, right? Maybe the two of you are bookworms, the two of you love reading, or maybe even catching up on Netflix series. There's just this energy of being very comfortable with whatever the day throws at you, going with the flow. Your future spouse might even have some air in their chart, Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. They don't have to, but I definitely get this airy sort of daydreamy vibe as well, maybe even some Pisces. But regardless, let's get right into your reading, right? Let's stop the channeling. Let's just go into this. So with your first card, this is going to be your angel therapy card, and this is talking about the overall energy of your proposal. So we have singing and dancing. Woohoo! What a fun start already. And I love that I was literally just talking about the two of you singing and dancing in the rain too. Just kind of letting go of your inhibitions and letting go of expectations of what should be in the present moment. Now with singing and dancing, it says express yourself and awaken your psychic senses through the magical movement of music, or the magical power of music and movement. So it could be that the two of you go out dancing. I also get the vibe that maybe this is a really low-key event, like maybe they cook you dinner and then maybe they put some music on the radio, or they make a playlist, and then the two of you just kind of slow dance together or just dance, and it's just a really sweet, really intimate moment for the two of you to cherish, maybe even cooking the meal together as well. I feel like the two of you can have fun doing anything though. I feel like even the very mundane. I feel like this person could also propose to you in like the grocery store and you wouldn't mind, just because there's that much love in this relationship. relationship. I think that the two of you have a really good outlook as well and a very good sense of humor. So I feel like the two of you are always goofing around. But with singing and dancing, it could be that maybe in the middle of a dance, it could even be that the two of you are out somewhere, maybe at another person's wedding, maybe someone close to you guys, and maybe they signed off with the bride or groom that they can do this. But I also feel like maybe the two of you are just home dancing quietly together, and that's when they get down on one knee and propose to you. But regardless, I feel like this is going to be a really important part of your relationship, is the two of you dancing, having fun together, maybe even turning the same music on. I feel like the two of you have the same music tastes. I feel like the two of you have the same tastes in general. You're very, very similar, and that's also something that draws your future partner to you. But the overall energy of the proposal will just be very lighthearted, very fun, very loving, and very energetic, right? I wouldn't be surprised if the two of you are maybe dancing in the moonlight. I couldn't resist, right? Now, going on to your next two cards, these are your Secrets of the Mystic Grove cards. And these are talking all about the energy going forward of your proposal. So we have number 26, acknowledgement, and number 6, observation. Okay, so that's interesting, and they're both 6s. Look at that. This one would actually be a number 8 because of it being the number 26, but I just love that we have so many confirmations. Maybe this person was born on the 6th of the month. It could be that maybe they are a June baby. It could be that maybe you're a June baby, or maybe that's when you're going to be proposed to, in the month of June. But there's definitely this energy of just coming together and having fun. Observation, patience, attention, pause, and watchful. So this person is definitely going to watch you. They're going to watch maybe even your body language towards them. Maybe they're going to plan a really nice date at home, or a really nice date out, somewhere that the two of you can go dancing, somewhere that the two of you can really connect and have a good time. Maybe even a concert. Maybe when concerts are back on in the future, maybe that's something. Maybe even an online concert is going to be playing, and they decide, hey, I'm going to tune into that on the TV, and then we're going to dance like we're actually there, right? Even though the quarantine is going on, doesn't mean that we can't still have fun and pretend that we're there. Now with number 6, observation, with patience, attention, pause, and watchful, I definitely feel like they're going to make sure that you're still very warm towards them, that you're still very loving, that you're still on board with them. I feel like they're very scared about being rejected or being shot down, because again, this is someone who is a little bit unconventional. So maybe if the two of you didn't talk about marriage previously, maybe they'd be a little bit concerned that maybe you wouldn't want that, or maybe you wouldn't want to go down that road. But I feel like maybe this is someone who is open to hand fastings. This is someone who is open to maybe even just a common law marriage, where it's just, you don't even have to sign off on things. You just live together for a long time, right? So I feel like this is someone who is just very open to all of the different potentials and all of the different opportunities between the two of you guys, right? But this is definitely someone who has noodled this over many, many nights. This is someone who has really thought everything through, thought of what they're going to say. Maybe they've even practiced in the mirror how they were going to say it as well. Maybe even the face that they're going to make. But with attention, I feel like once they see that they have your full attention and that you aren't withdrawn, or you aren't putting your attention towards anything else or anyone else, that's when they're going to come forward and say, hey, it's time, right? I think that we got to settle down now. I think that we've been at this long enough. It could even be that the two of you are only together 6 months, to be completely honest. With the number 6, I wouldn't even be surprised if that is a sign here. And maybe they're a little bit nervous. Maybe they're like, this is really early. I didn't think that I'd feel this way, but I've never felt this way about anyone else. And maybe that's something that makes you feel a little bit hesitant, but I feel like they're just so fun-loving, and they're going to just really hold you close as they propose to you. Now, with the number 26 being the number 8, I feel like this is going to be very, very fast forward movement. And another thing that I really quick want to touch on, sorry for kind of switching around, but with the number 6, I see this as the beginnings of manifestation. I see it as planting the seeds of intention, of kind of manifesting what it is that we want into our life, and then forgetting about what it is. With the number 8, that's when our kind of manifestations are coming to fruition, because we let go of it, because we let go of the expectations, or the I need to have this now, or I need to have this yesterday, right? right? So this is planting the seeds of intention, and then this is reaping your rewards, you know, reaping what you have sown with the number 6. I just wanted to put that out there. So maybe this is a relationship that the two of you have manifested together as well. And it's almost like the two of you have waited your whole lives for someone like this. And then as soon as the two of you meet, maybe the two of you meet on like Facebook dating, or I don't know, maybe just like a regular dating app or something. Again, be very careful, it's pandemic. But with this, I feel like they're gonna say, I don't know if I want to waste any more time, you know? I don't know if I want to squander a moment with you when we could be living together very happily. You know, we could be experiencing life together right now. And how exciting would that be? So going forward with acknowledgement, seeing, knowing, and acceptance, I feel like this is also them coming to an acceptance of, yep, this is the person I'm gonna be with, right? Maybe you guys are cooking together, or maybe the two of you are even out and you start dancing or you start singing along, and that's when they realize, this is the person that I'm going to be with forever. You know, it could even be that the two of you are having a quiet night at home, dancing, and then they excuse themselves to their room, they go into their drawer, and they come back with a beautiful ring. But I definitely feel like seeing is believing here, and it's almost like maybe they'd propose to you without it and you wouldn't believe them, but as soon as they have the ring, you're just like, wow, it's actually happening, right? But regardless, I definitely feel like there's also this acknowledgement between the two of you that you're soulmates and that you're meant to be, right? So going on to your next two cards, these are your Animal Totem Tarot cards, and these are talking about if we could sum up your future partner, who would they be? So we have the 5 of Wands, which is Badger energy, and we have the 5 of Pentacles, which is this sad wolf energy. So even though this is a very sad card, the 5 of Pentacles, it does depict a very practical person, a very practical mindset as well. Even though it's very sad that these foxes here have lost their lives, that they have been hunted, it is also very good for the family in turn that they can then survive the winter because they have enough pelts and enough fur to be able to supply them with heat or supply them with warmth, right? Because back in the olden time days, we didn't have heaters, we didn't have fancy ways to keep ourselves warm, so hunters literally lived off of the land, and they got every scrap of the animal that they could to be able to live and to be able to survive. And maybe that's the same energy as your future partner, is that they are someone who is incredibly resourceful. This is someone who has been through maybe a dark night of the soul a few times. Maybe they've been through a few different trials and tribulations that have made them a lot stronger. They've been through disappointments as well, but that has made them who they are. And I feel like they would even say that they're happy for the hardships that they faced in their life, because it would have made them the person they are, and it would have made you love them, right? I think that they wouldn't take anything back in their life too. Even though there are a lot of hardships, I feel like they don't regret a moment of it, and that's something you're really going to love about this person, is that they don't regret. You know, I feel like there's not a moment that they would ever take back, because everything happens the way that it's supposed to, and everything happens for a reason. Now also with the 5 of Wands, which this Badger energy, I feel like this person can be a little bit defensive from time to time. I feel like they're very strong-willed, a little bit stubborn too, not gonna lie. I wouldn't be surprised if there's Taurus in this person's chart, maybe even Aries or Sagittarius. I feel like this person very much values their freedom. They value their free will. They value the fact that they can go wherever they want, whenever they want. They don't want to be tied down, but with you, they don't see it as being tied down. They see it as sharing a lifetime with someone, sharing an experience, sharing happiness, right? And how beautiful is that? Maybe for some of you, your person is like a survivalist, and not like in the scary sense where it's like, we have to hurry up and pack up because the end of the world is coming, but more of the energy of like, we should know how to fish, we should know how to hunt, we should know how to take care of ourselves. You know, it doesn't even have to be that this is a hunter or a fisherman. It could just be that this person loves to garden. You know, it could be that they have a really big food garden, a perennial garden. I also feel like maybe this is someone who just really takes good care of their house, takes good care of the household, maybe really loves to like trim up the yard and such as well. But I definitely feel like this is someone who's incredibly responsible. They take a lot onto their plate as well. And sometimes they can be seen as selfish. And I'm going to tell you why, right? The reason is because in the past, I feel like they overloaded themselves with other people's burdens, with other people's responsibilities. And it was something that really weighed them down. I feel like this person really struggled a lot with depression and anxiety because of the fact that people were expecting more and more and more from them. It was almost as if they couldn't get any of their own chores or any of their own kind of dreams or aspirations done because of the fact that everyone was relying on them. So how are they going to be passionate about their hobbies and about their aspirations when they didn't even have time for themselves? So this person has learned healthy selfishness. They have also learned how to be more confident, which is something that I feel like you guys are really going to love about this person. They're a little bit cocky too, not gonna lie. They give me that kind of Tony Stark, Iron Man sort of a vibe, where they are always right and they know what's good for everyone, you know? But I don't think it's in an aggressive way. Also, with the Five of Wands, I feel like this person is very competitive, but that might be something that makes you laugh. You know, maybe this is someone who takes board games very seriously. You know, they take video games very seriously. Maybe even partnerships they just take incredibly seriously, but they are very, very loyal. I feel like this person is incredibly ride or die, which is why even after 6, 8, 12 months, I feel like this person is going to know that they want to settle down with you very immediately, right? It's almost like that one quote where it's like, one person's maybe is one person's I knew from the moment I met them. And I feel like that very much is the energy of this reading. So going on to your next few cards, these are your Ethereal Visions Tarot cards, and these are talking about the day leading up to your proposal. So we have the Seven of Cups, the Knight of Wands, wow, the Judgment card, the Queen of Wands, oh, and the Ten of Cups. How sweet. Okay, so right off the bat, I feel like there's going to be a lot of options for what the two of you could do that day. I feel like they're going to leave it up entirely to you. It's almost like a choose your own destiny book, to be completely honest, and this person is saying, I am fine going anywhere. It might be that this person lays out a list of places that they think would be romantic or they think would be sweet, but they leave it entirely up to you. It could even be that they tell you, I'm free for these dates, and for these dates. Let me know what works for you. And it feels very scheduled. It feels very arranged. But you go along with it. I feel like you really like it. I feel like you really like the fact that they're organized and the fact that they're very well put together. Because I feel like you are as well. I feel like you're someone who is very grown, you're very mature, and you're not going to settle for less. Now, another thing that I do want to talk about is the fact that maybe on the day of, the two of you are going to be very sensual with each other. It could even be that the two of you just can't keep your hands off of each other, can't keep my hands to myself. And with that energy, I feel like maybe the two of you are going to be holding hands, you're going to be cuddling, you're going to be kissing, you're going to be just loving up on one another, right? Now, with the Seven of Cups, though, I feel like maybe this person is a little bit scared that you're talking to other people. If you have people writing to you on your cell phone, you used to call me on my cell phone. And I feel like maybe you're just sort of like, you shouldn't be too pressed about it. You shouldn't be worried about it. I'm fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. We're all happy. And they're just sort of like, yeah, okay. Now, another thing that I do want to talk about is the fact that we have a mask. So it could be that they literally take you out during the pandemic. It could literally be while coronavirus is still going on. And they're like, hey, baby, I like the way that you look in that mask. I like the way you fill that mask out. And that's what... bada bing, bada boom, you're engaged. But with the Judgment card, this is definitely talking about the fact that the two of you are traveling together, and I feel like the two of you maybe even have a past life relationship, to be completely honest, or maybe the two of you have been lifelong friends. Depends on the person watching. Now, also with the Ten of Cups, I feel like the day is just going to be something that the two of you very much cherish. For some of you, you might already have a child with this person. You don't have to, though. It could even be that the two of you share a dog, share a bird, share a cat, but I definitely feel like there's this energy of the two of you wanting to be very sentimental with each other, wanting to spend time, wanting to cuddle. Maybe that's even the thing, is that the two of you have a little bit of a late start on the day, and maybe your future partner is someone who's just sort of like, really, Maurice? You were supposed to be out of bed like 15 minutes ago and it's been 3 hours we've been cuddling and we're gonna miss everything. And you're just sort of like, well, it's up to me on what I want to do today, and I want to cuddle until 3 o'clock this afternoon, and then we can go out at 5 p.m. for whatever it is that you have scheduled. You know, and they'll just be sort of like, okay, you know, this isn't someone who's going to fight you about it. You know, this is someone who's very easygoing. I feel like the two of you might even get a little cabin or a little one-bedroom house together, or a one-bedroom apartment, and just sort of move in spur of the moment. Maybe that's even why we have the Knight of Wands here, because there's a lot of like fast, quick decisions made. And maybe that's something that's going to be very exciting leading up to the proposal too, is because it's a lot of just talk about, we should move in, and we should do this, and we should do that, and we should travel here, and we should go there. And this person is just getting really jazzed up, like really revved up to do this. They're like, yeah, let's jump right into this, right? It could even be that the two of you are literally traveling to a different state, a different city, or maybe even going towards maybe like a food truck festival. I don't know. I don't know why I thought of that, but okay, going forward, this is going to be some information on the proposal itself. We have the Chariot. There we go. There's our traveling card. Traveling man has got to move. Traveling man, no time to lose. I'm a traveling man. Okay. So we have so many cards here for the proposal. We have the Chariot, the 8 of Chalices, the 5 of Pentacles, the 10 of Swords, the Ace of Wands, the Queen of Swords, and the 3 of Pentacles. Beautiful. Okay, so right off the bat, I feel like you guys are definitely going to be traveling. They're going to be bringing you flowers as well. I feel like when they show up at your doorstep, they'll have flowers in tow. Maybe a sunflower, maybe even peonies, maybe roses. But going forward, we have the 8 of Chalices here, which is absolutely beautiful because, again, it talks about traveling in this particular card, but it also talks about walking away from the responsibilities that we share now to have a little bit of fun, to go on a new adventure. This could also be that maybe you pick up on the energy in this proposal that the two of you are saying goodbye to your childhood years and stepping into very mature years. It's not to say that the two of you were children before, but it's almost like you are having to mature very, very quickly, and maybe it's a little bit scary with the 5 of Pentacles here, not gonna lie, right? Now with the 10 of Swords and the Ace of Wands, I feel like the two of you are definitely closing out old chapters of maybe even being scared that this relationship wasn't set in stone. Maybe that's something that's cured almost immediately as soon as the two of you become engaged. Now also with the 10 of Swords, it could also just be saying goodbye to an old situation for some of you. I'm just gonna throw this out there, that might have still been stuck on an ex or stuck on a past situation. Doesn't even have to be on an ex. It could just be on maybe an expectation of yourself on where you thought you'd be. Maybe you thought that you would be making 100,000 or 50,000 or 40,000 by the time that you're, you know, maybe 40, and you realize that, well, I didn't do that independent. I'm gonna have to do that in a marriage, right? And maybe it's something that other people wouldn't necessarily feel bothered by, but you do, because you've always thought to yourself, I want to achieve these goals independently. And it kind of's a bummer for some people that feel like, well, now I have to do it with the help of someone else, right? But just, it's different for different people. There's almost like burying a hatchet. It's almost like burying any kind of expectations that you might have for yourself as well. So going forward with the Ace of Wands, this is talking all about feeling passionate, feeling excited for your brand new beginning. Notice how we go from a 10 to a 1. It's literally talking about restarting the cycle. And I love how we are going into the Queen of Swords energy now. You know, you're feeling secure in your relationship. You're feeling like, I have the bag, I have the prize, you know, I have everything basically that I need here. Now with the Queen of Swords, this is also feeling very confident, feeling very cocky, and the fact that you have basically your Prince or Princess Charming. Now we also have the 3 of Pentacles too. This is talking about the fact that not only are you guys going to have a lot of fun as like best friends that day, and you guys are going to work together, but I think there is going to be a professional photographer there. I feel like this is someone who might even commission art of the two of you and present that as a gift. But I definitely feel like this is someone who is an artist. this is someone who could even be making the ring, to be honest. Maybe they're a rock hounder, maybe they are a woodworker, maybe this is someone who is going to burn you a wood ring. How awesome would that be? But I just feel like this is someone who is incredibly crafty and someone who would definitely consider making you, if you didn't think that was corny or cheesy, right? For some of you, maybe this is also a tattoo artist, and they will literally give you a tattoo of a ring on their finger, and they will tattoo their own finger as well. Now, going forward, I just feel like they're going to be very inspired by you and you by them. There's just going to be this equal excitement between the two of you, but there's definitely this closing up an old chapter or closing up an expectation of what you thought was going to be in your life for something a lot better, for something better suited for you, right? So going on to your next few cards, these are your Yuval More Tarot cards, and these are talking about more information on the proposal. So we have the Nine of Swords, the Eight of Swords, the Temperance card, the Wheel of Fortune, the Seven of Wands, and the Ten of Swords. Okay, so lots of swords right off the bat, but notice how we have 8, 9, 10. It almost makes me think of one step at a time, slowly getting out of these anxieties, slowly getting out of maybe even kind of fears about the relationship. I feel like maybe it's your person. I don't even think it's on your end, to be completely honest. Now that I'm seeing all of these, I feel like it's on your person's side. Maybe they had an ex that it was really hard for them to get over. Maybe they held on to a lot of fears that you would potentially follow the same path as their ex. Maybe they were cheated on, maybe they were lied to or deceived, and that's why maybe it took them a while for them to warm up to you. Maybe they were a little bit reserved or a little bit stoic or a little bit cold, but I feel like with your consistent happiness and your consistent warmth, it really did thaw them. I think that it really did get through to kind of their icy heart, so to speak. I keep hearing, I've got this ice box where my heart used to be, so maybe someone just like really hurt them. That's so sad. So with the Seven of Wands though, they're putting down their guard, they're dropping their defenses. They're no longer having to stick up for themselves, but if anything, I feel like they're ready to fight for this connection now. And maybe that's something that you're noticing with this proposal, is that wow, they're ready to focus on me. They're ready to focus on us. They're ready to focus on our happiness together. So that might be a specific message for someone. But I definitely feel like this is someone who is healing over a past situation or a past hurt. Maybe you met them when they were healing, and then now as they propose to you, you're just sort of like, whoa, or it could be that you even, if you haven't met them yet, that you're going to meet them as they're healing or as they're experiencing kind of a dark night of the soul, and I feel like you're going to kind of guide them out of that. And that's when they're going to really pop the question and say, hey, I'm a better person. I'm working really hard. I'm really loving myself, and I'm really loving you, and I really want to settle down with you, right? And that's why we have the wheel here. So it's really talking about closing up the chapter, closing up any kind of uncertainties, or closing up any kind of worries that the two of you might not work out, especially if there were any kind of prying eyes to your relationship, or people who were naysayers, or people who were trying to maybe even pull the wool over your partner's eyes. I feel like now they're finally getting clarity from it, but I feel like it's divinely guided clarity as well with the Temperance card. I feel like the two of you were brought together by spirit. So going forward onto your next few cards, these are your Unicorn Tarot cards, and these are talking all about how you feel about the proposal. So we have the King of Cups, beautiful, the High Priestess, the Moon, the Magician, and the Ace of Pentacles. So this is hilarious. Remember how I said at the beginning of the reading, maybe this person knows how to play the guitar or play an instrument? Look at that. So I definitely feel like this person is serenading you. They're just showing you their talents in general, right? It could be that this happens at night as well. We do have a lot of cards that are mimicking kind of nighttime and darkness. So it could be that this person just wants to take you out on a moonlit hike. It could even be that after a whole day of going out together, that they finally pop the question underneath the full moon. Maybe they have it all planned as to when the full moon is as well, because they know that you have a very deep connection to it. It could even be that some of you act very uninterested around this person, and that's something they really like. They think that that's very attractive, and it's something you find kind of funny. And I feel like the two of you have like a very playful banter about it. But regardless, when this proposal happens, it could be that maybe you're a little uninterested when they're singing and everything else. And then they finally get down on one knee and they're like, okay, so, you know, I want to offer you my love. I want to offer you spending the rest of my life with you. You know, and you could not honestly be happier because you manifested it. Notice the High Priestess and the Magician. These are wonderful, wonderful cards in regards to manifesting and in regards to trusting your intuition and trusting yourself, trusting your power, your inner power as well, and your inner strength. And this is very much saying that you're going to feel almost as if you knew this was going to happen, like you expected it, to be completely honest. You know, especially with the moon, it's almost like she's standing there like, yeah, okay, Herman, can you speed it up? I know you're going to propose to me any second now. Just do it, right? And I feel like maybe that's you guys' energy, especially with the High Priestess. You're someone who is incredibly intuitive. You're someone who can pick up on the energy of your partner very quickly. And it could even be that you have someone in your family or your friend group that is also very intuitive, and they're going to drop you a hint and say, hey, you're going to be proposed to. And it's someone that you're going to kind of laugh at. You're going to be like, yeah, okay, Grandpa. But then the time finally comes and this person literally gets down on one knee and you're like, oh, they were right this whole time. But with the King of Cups, you know, I definitely feel like you're going to feel so excited. You're going to accept the cup incredibly quick, and very, very gladly at the same time. Again, remember how I said that I think it was your partners and you're going to be very excited about it? That's why we have the King of Cups here. But with the moon, this is also talking about things not being necessarily illuminated. So it could be that you're still a little worried, like, is this person over this past event? Is this person still healing from this trauma or from this bad relationship? And I think that you're genuinely going to stick it out with this person. It's just more of the energy of, you know, is this person doing it for me, or is this person just doing it for appearances? But I feel like maybe for some of you, you're just a very skeptical person, right? And I don't want to say that you go from one extreme to another with like kind of assumptions sometimes with this person, but I think it's because this person can be a little shady from time to time. Not gonna lie, I feel like sometimes this person can act very uninterested, and that's why you kind of mirror the same energy back. But I think that they're really in love with you. They've just been through a lot of trials and tribulations that has made them a little bit hardened. Kind of think of them as a chocolate lava cake from Domino's, right? They're so crunchy on the outside, and then you break them open and they're just so like gooey and yummy and warm. And that's the same energy as your future partner, is that there's someone who has a very tough exterior, but when you finally kind of warm them up, they're going to be so mushy and sweet to you. But I definitely feel like you're going to accept this very, very gladly. So going on to your next few cards, these are your Witch's Tarot cards, and these are talking all about what your future in-laws think about the proposal, and what do they think about your fiance asking for your hand in marriage. So we have the moon, 2 moons. Okay, so there's definitely something kind of hidden under the surface here, maybe a secret. Maybe this is something that's been kept a secret for a while. Maybe their friends and family knew about this. We do have the 2 of Wands, we have the Hermit, we have the Page of Wands, and we have the High Priestess. Okay, so right off the bat, with the 2 of Wands, I definitely feel like the 2 of you work very good together, that the 2 of you could go anywhere, you could do anything and be very successful together. That's very nice. People definitely see you as a power couple. They see you as being able to individually do your own thing and not have to rely on the other. You know, I definitely think that they see it as a healthy relationship and one that doesn't rely on codependency, which is really, really nice. I think that they would explain this relationship to your future partner as being very healthy and being very respectful as well. And they would definitely say, yes, go for it. You know, this is a great relationship for you. We really like them. Please bring them around more, right? Because maybe the 2 of you are so independent, to be completely honest. We have the Hermit, which is talking all about Virgo energy. So it could even be that one of you is a Virgo sun, moon, rising, or Venus. We also have the High Priestess, and I like to see this as Gemini or Pisces. I also see this as Aquarius too, just because Aquarius are free thinkers. members. You know, they're very expressive. They're very much humanitarians as well. So I definitely feel like the two of you are very evenly matched and very equally matched at the same time. There's definitely this energy of the two of you being able to still achieve both of your own goals and still have your own individuality within this relationship. And I feel like the two of you really uplift one another for the better. I feel like it's really hard for them though with the Page of Cups, or the Page of Wands rather, because they want to spill the beans. They want to tell you, the King of Cups, hey, you're going to be proposed to, you're going to be married soon. And it's just sort of like, well, I can't tell them. I can't tell them yet. I have to wait. And maybe they purposely kind of don't talk to you because of that, because they know what your future spouse is planning. But regardless, I definitely think that they all knew way ahead of time. I feel like even your friends and family member knew ahead of time as well. It could even be that your mom or father was asked by your future spouse if they could propose to you. And I feel like your family members also said yes. I feel like your family members really, really love this person. So going forward onto your last few messages, these are your Enchanted Tarot cards, and then we will pull some charms. We have the Five of Hearts. These are closing messages about your proposal. The Eight of Swords, the Fool card, the Prince of Hearts, the Justice card, and the Queen of Wands. Okay, so right off the bat, with the Five of Hearts, the two of you have definitely experienced heartbreak in the past. It could even be within this relationship. I don't get that feeling at all, to be honest. I don't necessarily think that it's a ex relationship, although it could be. We did have a judgment. I just want to throw that out there for whoever it resonates with. But at the end of the day, I definitely feel like the two of you have experienced your fair share of heartache, of heartbreak. Maybe this person just recently got out of a relationship as well, and you're a little bit concerned. Like, is this person ready to be in a long-term commitment with me? But I feel like only this person really knows their heart. With the Eight of Swords, maybe you feel a little bit stuck in this relationship for a little while, but it was because you didn't necessarily have time to be able to communicate how you were feeling with this person or what you wanted out of this relationship with this person. Maybe it was just kind of closed off energy, right? But this person is definitely going to travel to you. I feel like there's going to be a lot of romance in the air with this relationship and with this connection, especially with the proposal. I feel like the two of you are hopeless romantics. Now also with the Fool card, this is talking all about brand new beginnings and being excited to start over brand new as well. Enjoying life together, enjoying all of the mysteries that life provides as well. We also have the Justice card, you know, so this is talking all about, you know, kind of the universe turning in your favor and saying, we've seen your really bad relationships in the past, and now we're giving you a really good relationship going forward. We're going to give you something that's worthy of your time, right? And not to be worried about anyone in your past. This might also resonate for people who they themselves have gotten out of a really bad relationship and they feel like they aren't going to heal. You are going to meet someone who's going to be a lot better suited for you than your ex was, right? Now we also have the Queen of Wands. Keep doing you, keep being independent, because that's what this person really loves about you. They really love the fact that you show up as someone who is very warm, very vivacious, very spirited as well. This is someone who has Leo energy, right? So you could be a Leo. I feel like you dress very nice. I feel like you always have very nice hair. You always flaunt yourself very nicely as well. You're very independent, very self-sufficient, very warm and bright. Now, I love that we also have a sunflower here. Look at this. And we have a sunflower over here too. So sunflowers could be very important. Maybe you both live somewhere where there are sunflowers. Maybe this person gifts you sunflowers. Maybe you're growing sunflowers. Maybe this happens literally in summertime, fall time. But I definitely feel like sunflowers are going to be involved. But keep being you, you know, keep going towards your individuality and keep going towards your independence, and that's what's going to draw this person in really, really quick. So I'm going to clean this up and then we will go on to your charms. Okay, stack 2, I went ahead and I tidied up. So now let's go ahead and grab some charms. You can go ahead and turn down the audio as well, because this might be a little bit loud. So let's go ahead and grab some charms for stack 2's proposal. Stack 2's proposal. And I just like to close my eyes and feel around and grab what I feel drawn to. Okay, so right off the bat, this is going to be a very sensual relationship. I feel like the two of you are going to be very attracted to each other right off the bat. Very good communication with the Ace of Swords, a lot of clarity as well that you are the person that this person wants to be with, and maybe that is a very shocking moment in itself within this proposal, because maybe you didn't expect them to. Maybe you saw that they were still friends with their ex or something online, and you were like, yeah, I doubt this is going to even go anywhere. But it really did escalate very quickly with the Chariot. I feel like they knew very suddenly that you're nothing like anyone they've ever been with before, and even if their ex wanted to come back to them, I think that they'd be like, no way, no way. I am never going back to someone who would ever mistreat me or mishandle my heart ever again. And I feel like that's something you really taught this person. Now we also have the wishbone with the side that has the wish. So I feel like the two of you are each other's wish fulfillment as well. I feel like the two of you are really, really down to earth as well. You might be beekeepers. Maybe your person really loves beekeeping as well. We have this beautiful heart here. So I feel like the two of you are spiritually connected within this union. It could even be that the two of you are twin flames. Now we also have this little audio jack. So it could be, again, that music is very important to the two of you. Maybe both of you are musicians. It could also be that they treat you literally like royalty, right? It could even be that maybe they call you princess. They call you prince, but I definitely feel like with this acorn cap as well that you kind of complete them, you know, and that with the acorn and with the cap, you can't have one without the other, right? And also with this, I feel like they keep tabs on you, right? Now going forward, they feel like they're going, oh, and as I say, they keep tabs on you. Look at what we see. Now we also have the steering wheel, so it could even be that this person feels like they're going in the right direction when they're with you. It could even be that you brought some direction in their life, maybe even in regards to career. Maybe you really inspired them. We have two angels here, so it's definitely talking about a divinely guided relationship. We also have Ruby, so maybe one of you is literally a Leo. So going forward, I definitely want to say though that this is a divinely guided relationship. We have two Virgo symbols. Look at that. Wow. Okay, so there's definitely a Virgo involved here. It could be that both of you are Virgos. It could even be that both of you have it somewhere in your chart as well. But I definitely feel like both of you are going to be honing in on your skills. And maybe that's even how you get this ring, is this person hones in their skills and makes you a ring kind of tailored just to the two of you, right? Now we also have this little breast cancer awareness ribbon. So maybe for some of you, they're going to incorporate a ribbon into the ring, maybe to remember a mother or a grandmother that has passed. And maybe that's something that's going to really mean a lot to you. We have another heart that says purr. I feel like this person really admires you, really thinks that you're very attractive, really sweet, very awesome. I feel like this person looks at your photos a lot with this little locket here. I feel like they really, really love looking at your photograph. Look at this photograph. We also have carrot. Maybe they're going to cook you a nice home-cooked meal. Maybe they even grow carrots and they're going to make you a carrot cake. But now we also have a dog here. So this person is going to be very loyal. This person is not going to stray from you. I feel like with you, they finally found their footing and they finally found their balance. Now we have another heart here. A lot of love to be had. I feel like they also hold the key to your heart. I feel like maybe both of you were a little bit closed off before you came into each other's lives. Maybe both of you were healing from a bad relationship and you came together to heal one another and to be more expressive with your emotions and with your feelings. With this blue strip of paper, it makes me think of the two of you being very emotionally connected. We have two strips of blue paper. Wow! So it's definitely talking about the two of you being very connected with each other. Now we also have this Rita Repulsa kind of pin from Power Rangers, and I feel like this is talking about the two of you, you know, making a good time even out of the things that repulse you, or even out of the things that maybe you don't necessarily like that day. I feel like the two of you are just kind of always making the best out of a bad situation. We also have the carnelian, which I didn't know I put in the bowl, but that's really funny. I feel like the two of you are going to feel very confident the day of. And maybe that's even why they proposed to you, is because it's kind of like, I finally feel confident enough to squash all my insecurities and to squash things that thought kind of held me back, right? Now we also have these snakes, so I feel like the two of you are going to cuddle up together, maybe even curl up somewhere. Maybe this is someone who's going to take you out, and then you guys are going to be wrapped up in a blanket and they're going to propose. But I definitely feel like there's traveling involved here, right? There's going to be a lot of change though accompanied with this. You know, they feel very stuck on you. They feel like they can't get enough. Now we also have two turtles here. Slow and steady wins the race. And maybe that's something that you're also going to tell them. It's like, yeah, I'd love to be engaged, but you know, let's have a really long engagement then, because you know, maybe if you guys have only been dating a little bit, or if you guys do only date a little bit going forward, I feel like maybe it'd be a little bit alarming. Now we also have this needle catcher. It's for knitting, and I've had so many of these that I thought, oh, maybe I'll put this in my charms. So it's really talking about counting your stitches and, you know, kind of taking note about where it is that you are and what it is that you want going forward as well. With the eraser, you know, this is talking all about rewriting where it is that we want to go in the future. Yeah, we can't change our past, but we can rewrite our future to be what it is that we want, right? And maybe that's something that the two of you do together. Maybe this person thought they were going to always have a really sad life. Maybe this person thought that they were always going to be lonely or alone, and you came into their life and showed them that they don't have to be, right? That they can find happiness in another person. Now we also have the heads up quarter. Woohoo! So it's all about good luck here with that heads up. Oh my goodness. We also have geek, so I feel like the two of you might be very geeky. The two of you might have very similar interests as well. I feel like maybe even your careers are interchangeable, or they just work very good together. So if one of you is like an animator and the other one is a musician, I feel like you guys work on like music videos together. But we do have your daily fibers, so I definitely feel like they are a very good cook. I feel like maybe they're even going to cook you a meal the day of, or just buy you a very good meal, a very well-rounded meal. We also have amazing. They think that you are incredible, that you are absolutely amazing. Oh, we have two safety pins, so they're definitely stuck on you and you're stuck on them. I feel like you guys are a perfect match. Look at that. That's so sweet. I keep hearing, I can be your hero, baby. And I'm not sure why, but maybe that resonates for someone. But I definitely feel like they're keeping tabs on you, and they're definitely going to be taking a lot of photos that day too. I also feel like this is someone who stays very organized. So, you are so incredibly strong and brave. Thank you for always helping me carry my heavy bags, worries, and any fears I might have. You are the best. So I definitely feel like this person is very strong, and you're very strong as well. I feel like maybe this is a relationship that's based on reciprocity, where both of you are actively helping out one another, especially whenever you need it. And that's something that's really sweet about the proposal as well, is that this person's going to help you all day with any kind of tasks or anything that the two of you do together, and leading up to it, and you're just going to feel so loved and so cherished. So we do have the Fool, and oh my gosh, look, we have Death. So it's almost like right after something dies, right after something goes out of your life, a bad situation, a relationship that did not serve you, maybe even a living situation that did not serve you, you're going to step into something that much better, something brand new, something worth your time. There's a reason that maybe in the past you were rejected, or that this didn't work out. It's because you were meant to find an actually very good, very healthy relationship, something that was more aligned with your divine path and your divine purpose in life. I also feel like this is something that was divinely guided by the angels. Heck, you got two different angel pins as well. Plus this card, I definitely feel like your angels are helping you, but there was a choice to be made, and it could either be on your end or on your partner's end. Take it as it resonates going forward. Now we do have the King of Swords too. You know, so I definitely feel like you guys are going to, you know, have good conversation that day with the Page of Wands. Maybe you're a little bit nervous too, like, are we mature enough to be able to step into this? Are we ready for marriage? Now we also have the Ten of Cups. So I think so, you know, I think that the two of you are each other's wish fulfillment. I feel like the two of you, whoa, could very much be happily ever after and be married. That just like flipped out from the cards that were reversed. Oh my gosh. Okay, so definitely gonna get married. Now we have the Page of Pentacles with the Seven of Swords. So there definitely is still some shadow fears. You know, maybe this person or you are still involved, still have some emotion or some feelings for an ex. It could even be that you're worried that your future partner maybe does. But they're definitely moving away from it. I don't think that they want this to occupy their thoughts anymore. They have bigger fish to fry. They have better things to do. Now we also have the Three of Wands. They're looking out to the future. They're looking for better relationships. There we go with the Two of Cups. And they're leaving behind anything that no longer serves them. Remember how I was saying that they don't regret anything in their life? And, you know, this is someone who just ruminates and reflects on everything. And I feel like when a relationship doesn't work out, I feel like your future spouse just really thinks about it in terms of what was wrong with me, or why wasn't I good enough, or what did I not do? It's not even a thing about their ex. I think it was more a thing of, why did it not work? Was it because of me? Do I need to become better? You know, this is someone who is always improving themselves, especially with the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like they also know that people are only meant to be in their life for a season. You know, people aren't meant to be in your life forever, right? And maybe for a while they were really defensive about that, and finally they're coming around. And don't we have the yes, we do, the King and Queen of Swords. We have a perfect match here. You know, so no worries, no stress when this person comes into your life, right? This person is all for you. So I hope that you enjoyed this stack too. Thank you so much for watching this. I hope that you enjoyed this. Please leave a comment down below if it resonated, or if you are excited for this proposal, or if you claim this as your proposal. But definitely leave a like if you enjoyed this, and also hit subscribe if you have not already. Also make sure to hit that little bell icon to be notified every time that I upload a brand new pick a card. Also, I have all of my links in the description box down below for my personal readings and for my Etsy, for my crafts and everything. But I hope that you all are doing well. I hope that you are staying in good health, taking care of yourselves, and I will see you in the next video. Bye! Hello to everyone who chose stack 3. Let's get right into your reading and see how will you be proposed to and who is your future fiance. So right off the bat, I love that you chose the purple and pink bow. This is definitely the largest of the other 4 bows that we had on the table. And this is talking all about your relationship and your proposal both. I feel like your future spouse is someone who loves to make these grand declarations of love and announce their feelings to the world, right? This is someone who is very proud to be in a relationship with you. They're very proud of you. They want to show you off. They want to take you out. They kind of see you as eye candy, to be completely honest. So they want to make sure that you know just how appreciated you are, just how loved you are as well. And I feel like when you are proposed to, they're going to give you flowers. They're going to take you out to dinner. They're going to give you chocolates and gifts and everything that you like, right? This might even be the type of person who is going to save up and buy you jewelry to go along with the ring, to be completely honest. They might even just in one swoop buy the whole set. You know how they have those sets of like the engagement ring that fits perfectly into the wedding ring? I feel like that would be the vibe here in this pile, is that they would get a whole matching set for you, and then they would give you just the engagement ring, and you'd be like, well, why is it shaped like that? And they'd be like, you have to wait until you get the wedding ring, right? But I think that they are really expressive in regards to gifts and in regards to acts of servitude as well. I feel like this person loves to be of service to you. They love to make sure that you are well taken care of. This is someone who will rub your feet after a long day of work. This is someone who will carry your bag in stores as well. They will give you a back massage. This is someone who just wants to make sure that you are taken care of and that you are loved. So going forward, let's see what your first card is. It is your Angel Therapy Oracle card, and this is talking about the overall energy of the proposal itself. So we have emotional sensitivity. Honor and respect your deep sensitivity, as it is the gift to us all. It could be that the two of you are sharing a really romantic, really intimate dinner together, and they just kind of lean across the table and they grab both of your hands in theirs, and maybe they start to get teary-eyed. Maybe they start to cry a little bit. And that's something that you're really going to appreciate about your future partner, is the fact that they are so sentimental, they are so sensitive, they do wear their heart on their sleeve. I feel like they're very open with their emotions too, but I feel like it has to be with the right people. I feel like when it comes to you, they can just talk and talk and can talk, they can express themselves, they can be open. This is someone who doesn't have to hide anything from you, and how beautiful is that? I feel like you feel very comfortable to them, and I feel like when you're away, I feel like they miss you terribly. That's just something that they really wanted to get out there. Now, also with emotional sensitivity, it could be that this person kind of withdraws into themselves as they're trying to express their feelings to you. For some of you, it could be that this person is saying, I've never met anyone like you, and they're trying to hold their hands, but they're shaking. It could even be that this person gets really nervous around the time that they're going to ask you the question. And it's not even that they feel like they're going to be rejected. I think it's just such an emotionally charged event. And this is someone who you can see when they're a little bit maybe nervous or anxious, or when their nerves are a little bit frayed, right? But you're really going to love their emotional sensitivity, and I feel like it's also going to bounce back onto you. I feel like both of you are going to be very emotionally enmeshed in the situation. Both of you are going to be very excited to share your vulnerabilities with each other as well, and to be able to drop your guards at dinner, right? And how nice to be able to have such a deep conversation that leads into such a beautiful moment. I feel like it's going to be absolutely beautiful scenery as well. I keep seeing for some of you maybe Christmas lights. Maybe this is going to take place in December. For others of you, maybe November or even July. For others, maybe they take you to a nice restaurant like Rainforest Cafe, or because to be honest, a lot of people really love Rainforest Cafe if you're in Florida or here in Denver. But honestly, going forward, I definitely feel like they want to spoil you. They want to make sure that you're feeling like a prince or princess that day. So going forward, onto your next two cards, these are your Secrets of the Mystic Grove cards, and these are talking about more energies of the proposal itself. We have number 27, Unravel, and number 2, Dreaming. Oh, so maybe for some of you, it's almost like a scavenger hunt. Maybe they take you to all of the places where you had your first date, where you had your first kiss, where you guys first met, where you went to your first concert, and it's almost like you have to connect the dots to each one of these hints or each one of these clues. Maybe this is someone who is incredibly creative in that sense, to where once you get to maybe a special tree in the park where you guys hugged the first time, they're going to have a note under there that says, meet me where we first held hands at midnight or something, and you'll go to the local beach. It's just really thoughtful things like that. I feel like this person is going to want to put on a really big show, a really big scavenger hunt for you. Oh my goodness. So with number 27, it says Puzzle, Conundrum, and Solution. It could even be that while this person pops the question to you, maybe you're suffering from a little bit of a cold. I feel like that's going to resonate with someone, just because I can feel one of my sinuses clogging up as I'm saying this reading. It could even be that you or your future spouse struggle with sinus problems. Regardless, we have Puzzle, Conundrum, and Solution. So there's definitely going to be a solution to whatever is thrown your way. I feel like if it is a scavenger hunt, it's going to be very easy. Even all of the clues and all of the hints that they give you, you're going to immediately crack the code and say, oh, hey, I know where that is. I know where to find you. It could even be that you have to literally drive and find this person. You have to walk and find this person. Maybe they're just going to say, hey, I'll meet you at blah, blah, blah. And then you get there and they're not there, but there's a big bowl of candy, and they all have different clues on them, right? Now, going forward, we also have number 2, Dreaming, Gifts, Receiving, and Dreams. Look at that, gifts and receiving. So you're definitely going to be receiving a lot of gifts. I feel like this person wants to give you gifts as well, because I feel like it expresses more than their words ever could. I feel like when it comes to their emotions, especially in this moment, they're going to clam up a little bit, right? I feel like it also comes from that kind of unnerved energy, kind of feeling very emotionally overloaded. Maybe this is someone who gets overwhelmed very easily. They could suffer from anxiety or social anxiety as well. And this is one of those situations that really rattles their nerves. Now, also with dreaming too, I feel like maybe leading up to the proposal, the two of you are talking about your dreams, you're talking about your aspirations, your visions for the future, talking about what it is that you want out of life as well. And I feel like the two of you are just kind of reconfirming that you have all of the same solid ideas. Now, also with dreaming, it could even be that some of the hints are like, remember where we planned to go to college together, or remember where we planned to have our first honeymoon, or our first honeymoon, like you're gonna have multiple. Maybe you will. Maybe you're gonna have a lot of vow renewals. You know, that would be really sweet for this pile. I feel like it is going to be a love that withstands the test of time. You're going to be like in your 90s and still very much in love. Now, we also have the moon, though. This could take place around a full moon. It could even be that this person wants to take you on a full moon hike. It could even be that that is where they decide to pop the question after a whole day of scavenger hunting. So let's go on to your next few cards. These are going to be your animal totem cards, and these are talking about if we could sum up your future spouse, who would they be? So we have the devil. Oh, so that makes sense about that anxiety feeling that I was kind of getting. Now we also have judgment and the emperor. Beautiful. Okay, so wow, all major arcana. This is someone who is incredibly powerful. They have experienced a lot of change, a lot of metamorphosis, a lot of transformation. This is someone who has seen their fair share of trials and tribulations, and I feel like they're very open about them as well. This is someone who might even explain themselves to be an open book. You just have to be willing to read the pages. But with that, I feel like they see themselves as maybe an overly complicated person, but they really aren't. I feel like it doesn't take much to please this person. But at the same time, I feel like they might struggle even with a little bit of depression. Maybe this person even struggles with addictions. It doesn't have to be addictions in the traditional sense with alcohol or drugs. It could just be maybe with social media. It could be with video games. It could just be an overdependency on friends and family members. Maybe even second-guessing themselves, self-sabotage. But I feel like at the end of the day, the things that they do, it's to defend themselves, it's to protect themselves as well. For some of you that picked this pile, maybe this is an X. I feel like it's a very, very select few of you, a very slim few of you, but we do have judgment, and I'd be remiss if I didn't mention it. This is definitely talking about a past life relationship or a past situation that is coming back to the surface, that is resurfacing for a reason. You know, and maybe this is also just talking about the fact that this is someone who has been through a lot of lifetimes. They've been through a lot of different experiences too, and that is what has matured them. That is what has gotten them out of that devil energy. But another thing that I do want to talk about with the judgment card is talking about how this is someone who has a lot of responsibilities. This is someone who is constantly working. They're constantly trying to figure out what they can do next to better themselves, to better their home life, to better their career as well. And as much as you're going to love that, I feel like there's also going to be a point in time where you look at them and say, Jeremy, come on, you need to take a break, right? Like enough is enough. But with the judgment card, the reindeer in this card, they've been working so hard that they don't even notice that the remainder of the gifts in this carriage, they're for them, right? But they've been so busy that they can't even unwrap them. And even now, as they're being told, you know, no more work for the day, they're still like, well, there must be something to do, right? We have to busy ourselves somehow. There must still be someone who needs presence. And I feel like that's very much the energy of your future partner, is that there's someone who is very selfless, someone who isn't self-motivated, someone who isn't manipulative as well. They're just very honest. I feel like they're very truthful too. I feel like for some of them, you know, maybe they've had nose surgeries in the past, like sinus surgeries, there we go. Just because I just keep feeling it in my nose, and I didn't feel it for the other piles, but just really interesting. So going forward with the Emperor too, I feel like this is talking about their abundance and talking about the fact that they feel like they can take care of anything. Taking care of business every day. It's that sort of an energy where they feel like there's nothing they can't accomplish. Ain't no mountain high enough, right? They would do anything for you. They would do anything for the people that they love. They're also very family oriented. I feel like family is first and foremost to them. It is number one in their life. And I feel like if their family members didn't necessarily like you, I feel like it wouldn't necessarily be a deal breaker, but they would work very, very hard to make sure that their family members liked you just as much as they did, right? So I'm just going to make a little bit of room, and then we will go on to your Ethereal Visions tarot cards. So we have the King of Swords, the Five of Cups, the Five of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Hermit card. So this is the day leading up to the big proposal. I feel like maybe you're going to be seeing a lot of synchronicities like 1133, 333, just repeating threes in general, maybe even repeating fives. And that's going to be a sign that it could potentially be that day that they're going to propose to you. Now, this person is going to be a little bit stoic. I feel like they're going to be a little bit to themselves, not gonna lie, right? They might have a little bit of kind of closed off lips or a closed off mind from you for the day. And maybe you're a little bit uncomfortable by it. Like, did I say something? Was something wrong? I feel like this person is going to act very reserved, and they're going to be very calculated with everything that they do and with everywhere that you go. And maybe you're a little bit nervous about it, but with the Five of Swords, I see this more as this person having thought everything out and thinking, I have planned everything. I have made sure that every stone has been turned. There is no stone that has been left unturned. I'm pretty positive that they're going to have a great time. But I feel like there is this energy of waiting. Oh, maybe while you're doing the scavenger hunt, they're just waiting anxiously by, like, oh my gosh, it's going to be my turn to do this soon. I have to talk to them soon. I have to pop the question soon. But we do have the Seven of Pentacles, wanting to put the work in. It could even be that the two of you go on a little bit of a walk together. Maybe the two of you discover this. It could even be that the two of you take a walk down memory lane, and some of it is a little bit painful, to be honest, considering that for some of you it might be an ex. This might be someone who came back after a period of being alone, and now they're telling you, like, I was a lot better when you were in my life. I felt a lot happier. I felt like I was complete, right? And not to sound corny, but I definitely feel like this person noticed when your presence was taken from their life, and now they want to work on it. And maybe that's something that they're going to be talking to you about the whole day, and maybe it's something that scares you because they're talking about the past so much, and you're like, did something happen? Are you like reconsidering our relationship? There's just this energy of both of you being a little bit on edge and feeding on kind of each other's energies here. Now, we also have the Hermit, so I definitely feel like you're going to be going into this blindly, into this scavenger hunt. I definitely feel like it might be a scavenger hunt. So let's get some more information on the actual proposal itself. So we have the Judgment card again. Wow, the Three of Chalices, the World card, the Princess of Swords, and the Princess of Wands. So two princesses and two major arcana cards. This is going to bring a lot of change into your life and a lot of change into the relationship the moment that it happens, but it's going to be good change. Because it's definitely going to be like, hey, there's light shined on the situation. There's nothing that is not illuminated. There's nothing in the dark. It's almost like both of you are on the same page now. And also with the Judgment card, it could just be that this is your second chance. This is your second chance at love, at life together. And it's something that's very much worth celebrating. I feel like the two of you are going to rejoice almost immediately. Like, I keep feeling this energy, like I want to start laughing. It's just this kind of nagging feeling throughout this whole reading, like I just want to laugh, I want to giggle, I want to be happy, I want to dance, I want to smile. And I feel like that's kind of the energy that we have for the two of you as well. Maybe when this person gets down on one knee, you're going to be literally rejoicing, you're going to be dancing, you're going to be maybe even crying as well, because it's the closure of a really long cycle, the closure of maybe a relationship that has been a long time coming, maybe even a proposal that has been a long time coming. It almost feels like a breath of fresh air that it's finally being solidified for the two of you, because maybe it was a little bit up in the air. The Judgment card doesn't even have to be indicating that there's a past relationship or a past life relationship. It could just be talking about the fact that there was unfinished business and it had to progress to the next level. And finally, the two of you are closing off this chapter and stepping into each other's lives. Now, also with the Princess of Swords and the Princess of Wands, this is making plans. This is maybe making plans to see each other, making plans to move in together, making plans for the wedding. I feel like the two of you are just going to be immediately wedding planning. And how sweet is that? Maybe just kind of cuddling together that night and deciding, hey, what do you want to have to eat at our wedding? Maybe even calling each other by each other's last names as well. I feel like it's going to be really sweet. But there is a lot of love and a lot of passion to be had here. There's also going to be a lot of clarity when this ring is brought out as well, that this is kind of progressing in the way that both of you want it to. I also feel like, look at this, she has the flower, she's looking off in the distance, and there's a note. So I definitely feel like it's a scavenger hunt. Maybe it's something that leaves you breathless. To be completely honest, for some of you, it might take time. It might take place in fall. It might take place in spring as well. But we do have all of the elements here, so it could literally be whenever. So maybe it's kind of up in the air. Maybe for some of you, your future spouse just decides to do it on a whim. Now, going forward onto your next few cards, these are your Yuval Moore Tarot cards, and these are talking about more information on the proposal. So we have the Eight of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles, lots of eights, the Three of Cups again, the Queen of Swords, the Four of Swords, and the Page of Pentacles. Beautiful. So with the Eight of Cups, I feel like there's this energy of the two of you just wanting to retreat for a while. You know, maybe not even posting on social media immediately. This is more of a pile of, let's save this for ourselves. Let's just take some time for ourselves. Let's take some time off of work. Let's take some time away from family. Let's take some time away from our responsibilities, and let's just appreciate it together in love. And how sweet is that? Now, also with the Eight of Pentacles, it's this immediate energy of, yes, let's start working together. Let's get involved together. Let's move in. Like, it's almost like the two of you are really chomping at the bit to be able to start your life over together, which is just so sweet. I feel like there's also plans to move in together if the two of you are at a distance. But with the Four of Swords, it's almost like the two of you will have to be able to pace yourselves in regards to wedding planning, because it's almost like the two of you just want to jump right in. You want to start planning where the venue is. You want to start planning colors. You want to start planning all of the little details, right? Devil is in the details. I feel like the two of you are a very creative couple. So I feel like you're going to have a very lavish wedding, a very beautiful wedding. A lot of people are going to be there too. And I feel like a lot of people are going to be extremely happy that the two of you are together as well. I feel like literally their friends and family members really adore you. And even with all of this past drama that had gone on between the two of you, I think that they also see that there's no one else that they would prefer to be with their son or daughter. And I feel like that's something you're really going to appreciate going forward, is just how happy you feel in the home life, right? Now we also have the Queen of Swords, so this is again talking about clarity. Oh, from a princess to a queen. Oh, how sweet. You might literally be feeling like you've matured like that. It might feel kind of instantaneous, like you're growing up, you're leveling up, because now you're turning into someone's actual spouse, right? Now you're becoming engaged. So with the Page of Pentacles, this is definitely talking about, you know, you receiving this offer and it being something that's solid, it being something that is not going to pass you by or wither away or fade away. You know, this is something that is solid and set in stone and something that is tangible now. You know, this isn't just lip service anymore of this person being like, I want to spend the rest of my life with you. I want to settle down with you. This is literally them coming forward with a ring and giving it to you. You know, maybe this is someone who, if they hadn't made the ring, you know, maybe they're getting it at an antique shop. Like, if some of you really love vintage jewelry, I feel like this person maybe looks on Instagram and found a really old vintage ring that was kind of redone. There we go. I was trying to think of the word because I was trying to say like reconfigured, but that wouldn't even be the right word for it. Some of you, maybe this person is really into IT as well. That might be a little bit of a hint for you as to like who this is. They might also really love video games. So going forward onto your next few cards, these are going to be your Unicorn Tarot cards, and these are talking about your reaction to the proposal. So we have the King of Swords. I love that we have the King and Queen here. You might literally be thinking about how the two of you are a perfect match. We have the Eight of Pentacles again. Oh my gosh, so many synchronicities. The Six of Pentacles, the Chariot, the Hanged Man, the Page of Swords, the Two of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles. Okay, so lots of pentacles, lots of stable energy. You know, this isn't something that is going anywhere. So, you know, this is something that's very set in stone. With the Chariot, I feel like the two of you are going to be very excited about moving in together. Again, it's going to be like things are just kind of fast forwarding. Things are really progressing very, very fast. Whereas in the past, maybe the two of you felt like there was a little bit of a stagnancy, or maybe you felt like there was a little bit of kind of a pause between the two of you, or a stalemate. Now the two of you are learning how to make balance. But I feel like maybe you're going to pause a little bit, you're going to kind of get choked up. I feel like there's this energy of your heart racing and tears bubbling to your eyes and just feeling so excited and so thankful for this moment. maybe even not ever wanting it to end, right? Now, with the King of Swords, I feel like there's going to be a lot of communication. It's going to be very quick, very straightforward. This person is going to literally get down on one knee. Do you see how he is on one knee? That's incredible. And you're going to look down at them, and maybe for a second you're going to think, are they tying their shoe? What's going on here? They can't be proposing to me. What are they doing, right? But they are, and I feel like you're really going to accept it very happily. Look at the Six of Pentacles. This is literally someone being very generous to you, someone giving you lots of gifts, someone wanting to provide for you as well. And I feel like you're going to feel very overwhelmed after a whole day of gifts, after a whole day of food and festivities and seeing friends and family members. I think that you're just going to be very overwhelmed, and you're going to try to figure out how to be with this person, maybe even very soon. Maybe the two of you want to just have a very quick wedding. Maybe the two of you will become eloped. Maybe the two of you will even have a very quick hand fasting. Actually, in Colorado, if the two of you go out into the woods and the two of you exchange vows, you're actually legally married, because there doesn't have to be any witnesses in the state of Colorado. So maybe it's just something like that, just something very sweet and sentimental between the two of you. But I definitely feel like there's this energy of, yes, let's progress forward. Let's be in a partnership long term. Let's get married, right? Now, with the Two of Pentacles, this is all talking about balance and trying to find a balance between maybe work and home, maybe even a balance between this marriage and how you're going to live together, or how you're going to make ends meet, or how you're going to provide for each other. But I feel like both of you are very, very advanced in your careers. I feel like both of you are very successful and have a lot to look forward to. Now, almost immediately, maybe even a few hours later, to be completely honest, you might be thinking to yourself, I can't wait to post this on Facebook. We're Facebook engaged now, right? But there's definitely this energy of, I want to tell everyone. I want to call my mom. I want to call my dad. I want to call my grandma. I want to call my great aunt Cindy. This is wanting to tell the whole world and then some. Now, we also have the Four of Pentacles, maybe even thinking to yourself, how long has this been kept a secret? How long has this been hidden from me? Maybe for some of you as well, this could be just a select few that you're going to literally keep it a secret. I know that I said that in the last pile as well, or not the last pile, but the last few cards that we had, with you wanting to keep it kind of secretive. But at the same time, I feel like maybe some of you are just like, I don't know, maybe I'll wait a few days, maybe I'll let it simmer down and then I'll tell everyone. I just feel like there's this energy, though, of you thinking everyone's going to be so excited and so shocked and so surprised, right? Now, going forward onto your next few cards, these are your Witch's Tarot cards, and these are talking about your in-laws' reactions to your future spouse telling them that they're going to propose. So we have the Lovers starting us off beautiful. The Ten of Cups. Oh, the King of Swords in reverse. The Ten of Swords and the Ace of Wands in reverse. Okay, beautiful. Oh my goodness. So remember how I was saying earlier that their friends and family members genuinely love you and genuinely can't see anyone else for their son or daughter? That's the vibe that we have here. It's almost like when the two of you were split up or when the two of you were apart, it was almost like they couldn't breathe. It was almost like there wasn't even air, that could fill their lungs, that could make them feel better. It was almost like they saw their son or daughter experience this sort of ego death or this death of self, right? And I feel like maybe that was something that was really hard for them to be able to spectate, and something that was really hard for them to watch, from the sidelines, because there was not much that they could say. Maybe in the past, some of their friends or family members maybe thought that this was just a sensual relationship, that maybe the two of you weren't necessarily serious about one another. But I think that they really understood as soon as they saw this person's sadness and this person's sorrow that, yes, they're supposed to be together. Like, this is the only relationship that I could feasibly see for this person, right? And I feel like this is also them saying, like, this is the end of us thinking that. That's the end of us thinking that you guys wouldn't be together. Because honestly, when you're not together, it's defeat, it's sadness, it's sorrow, it's not good times, to be honest. Like, look at here with the Ten of Cups, with the two of you together. It's everyone acknowledging that the two of you want to start a family together. You want to settle down. You want to have your own house. You want to have your own plans going into motion as well. This is one of my favorite cards in the deck, too, because it's talking about an overflowing of sentimental happiness. Sure, you might not have all the money in the world, you might not have Cardi B money, but you have love up to wazoo, right? And that really has to say something in this relationship. And I feel like your future in-laws also feel like the two of you are a perfect match. Like maybe there can't be one without the other, or, you know, maybe even kind of a twin flame sort of an energy or twin flame journey we have here. Now, going on to your last few cards, these are your Enchanted Tarot cards, and these are talking about closing messages in regards to your proposal. So we have the Four of Swords, the Ace of Swords, the World card, the Chariot, the Six of Wands, and the Ten of Wands. Okay, beautiful. So with the Four of Swords, again, allow yourself to be patient with this. Allow yourself to rest as well. This person is going to ask the question when they are ready. I feel like there still has to be some form of clarity before this person comes in. You know, maybe there's even going to be this really big talk, you know, maybe when the two of you are apart, where it's like, hey, I literally can't live without you. I can't imagine my life without you. I want to settle down. I want to get proposed, or I want to get engaged. There we go. I want to propose to you. You know, but this is someone who definitely wants to close the cycle here. To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if you resonate with another pile as well. I think it's pile 4. But with the World card and the Chariot, I definitely feel like this is talking about closing out a cycle very, very fast, you know, and being very excited about it. Now, also with the Six of Wands, this is talking about recognition. This is talking about victory. This is talking about going forward as well. And, you know, maybe even showing everyone in creation your ring and being like, look at this, look at this. My future partner got me this ring, you know, and being so proud, wanting to show everyone. And also, there's going to be this energy of you getting recognition from this person, right? Now, I also feel like with these two cards, it's all about movement. Maybe the two of you are going to be traveling together. Maybe you have to literally travel to see this person, whether that be by car, by bus, by plane. I definitely feel like there's this energy of having to travel to meet this person and to get to this proposal, right? It could even be that they have a big scavenger hunt planned and you have to go on with your best friend. And then finally, when you get to the end of the scavenger hunt, maybe they have all of your friends and family members gathered to be able to propose to you, right? You know, maybe it's something that's not even very quiet and intimate at all. But regardless, with the Ten of Wands, this is definitely talking about the fact that the two of you know how hard it will be going forward with the relationship, how many responsibilities will be on the table, what's expected of both of you. I feel like both of you are incredibly mature as well, which is something that is very, very nice. But in any event, I definitely feel like there's going to be a lot of conversation had about what it is that you want for your wedding and what it is that you want for your honeymoon too. You two might even start planning your honeymoon almost immediately after you get engaged. So I'm going to clean up the cards and then we will pull some charms. We also have this loopy U-stitch counter, and it says 1, 2, 3, 4. So again, it's almost like a chain of events, one step at a time, one thing leads to another. I also feel like this is saying count your blessings. I feel like the sooner that you bring gratitude into your life, that's also going to attract this person back in a lot faster. Now, we also have rabbit, fertility, abundance, maybe even having a lot of children as well. They see you as the perfect parent. Let's be totally honest here. Now, the lone wolf was in reverse, and I see this as kind of like my Rob Thomas. I don't want to be lonely no more. I don't want to have to pay for this. I do not want another lover at my door. It's just another heartache on my list. And I feel like maybe that's the energy of your future partner, is that they're just sort of like, I don't want to deal with the drama anymore, you know, especially with our relationship. Our relationship is too precious for me, right? But the universe has protected this relationship. Even through the trials and tribulations, I feel like the universe has said, hey, we're helping you through this. Now, we also have whale. It could be that the two of you literally bond through music. Again, going back to that idea that if this person knows how to play an instrument or they are a very good singer, this is someone who's going to sing you a song. This is someone who, if the two of you have a song together as well, they're going to sing that song to you after they propose, or maybe even before. Now, we also have the Virgo pendant. So it could be that you have a Virgo sun, moon, rising, or Venus, or maybe they do. You know, it could be that this person has a Virgo moon or maybe even a Virgo Venus. And that's why they love to do acts of service to show that they love you. Now, we also have the dolphin, so it's talking about lighthearted fun, going back into that childlike energy, and just kind of going with the flow, letting your hair down and having a good time. Now, we also have the pen, so I feel like maybe this person is a writer, maybe you're wanting to be a writer or an author. Now, also with the pen, this is definitely talking about writing your own destiny, and I feel like you can manifest this person into your life or coming back into your life, right? You're definitely going to tie up loose ends. I feel like maybe they're going to want you to get dressed up all nice. They're going to make sure that your nails are done. They're going to just make sure that you look very, very good for the proposal. Maybe they even hire a professional photographer, to be completely honest, because they want to keep the memories for a long time to come. I feel like it's just something that they want to be able to look back on and remember. So we also have this little Easter bunny. So it could be that it's around springtime, maybe around Easter, that the two of you become engaged. Now, it could even be that that's around the time that the two of you met. Now, we also have Maid and Nepal. So it could be that the two of you maybe have a common link to Nepal. It could even be that the two of you are really proud of your genealogy and of your family history. Now, we also have your ability to connect with others will always be your greatest strength. And maybe that's something that they really love about you, and maybe something that they've even told you about before as well, is that you can connect so nicely with others. And I feel like you two connect so easily together. We also have, you are so incredibly strong and brave. Thank you for always helping me carry heavy bags, worries, and any fears I might have. You are the best. And it's funny because I was talking about that earlier, that this is the type of person who would carry your bags. They would make sure that you're just being very well taken care of. They might even baby you, to be completely honest. Maybe there's times where it kind of frustrates you because it's like, I'm not a baby, let me do this on my own. Like, don't baby me. You know, I feel like you're someone who's like, I'm a lot smarter too than you give me credit for. And I know, like, it might be a little bit frustrating from time to time too, but I feel like this person just finds you so genuinely adorable and so sweet. Now, going forward, that was in reverse. Okay. So I like to put all of the reverse cards by themselves, and I love to keep all of the uprights by themselves too. So starting off with the uprights, we have the Two of Pentacles. Again, there's definitely going to be a little bit of juggling or a little bit of balancing to be able to bring both of your lifestyles together. I feel like this person is going to get a little bit tongue-tied when it comes to explaining themselves, especially if they decide to bring in a bunch of people as well, if they have to explain themselves in front of a big group of people or express their love to you. They definitely will. I feel like this is the type of person who loves PDA, to be completely honest, so I don't think that it would make them super uncomfortable, but I feel like at the same time they might stutter over their words or get really emotional. For the Hanged Man, I feel like maybe, again, this is something that's been a long time coming. You've kind of wondered, is this person even going to propose to me? Is this something that's even going to happen? But we do have the Ace of Wands. The two of you feel very passionate towards one another. The two of you feel very good about each other as well. The Three of Pentacles, you work very nicely together. I feel like there is definitely this air of cooperation and teamwork, and also there's this kind of energy of reciprocity, and what you give is what you get, and giving and receiving. Right now, we also have the Eight of Wands. Really great communication the day of, you know, fast forward traveling as well, things moving very, very fast, things progressing fast too. You know, you might be on this kind of scavenger hunt, and you're going from place to place, and then at the end when they propose to you, it's like, whoa, that escalated quickly, right? From just finding a stack of flowers that they left with a note to them literally proposing. You'd be like, what? But it's going to be a very, very happy day, a very happy time, something that you'll remember for the rest of your life. Now, we also have the Nine of Wands, and it's going to feel worth it. It's going to feel worth all the trials and tribulation. It's going to feel worth all of the tears shed, all of the sleep that was lost. It's just going to feel worth it. With the Magician, both of you manifested this relationship coming back to life, this kind of second coming. It doesn't even have to be an ex, but that's kind of the vibe that I'm getting throughout this. With the Knight of Swords, they're going to come in very quick with communication. Again, it could even be that they're blowing up your phone as you're on the scavenger hunt, like, hey, did you go to this place and did you go there, and update me. You know, maybe they want you to send them pictures when you get to every clue and every hint. So we also have the Ace of Cups. How sweet. Oh, that's so sweet. This is such a loving connection. Oh my goodness. There is so much love to be had here. And this is with a King of Pentacles, maybe possibly a Virgo, right? But this could also be a Taurus or a Capricorn. Doesn't have to be though, but someone who is very stable, very grounded, very career oriented, very focused on their money as well. But with the Eight of Swords, I feel like they're going to feel almost as if they can't progress forward unless the two of you are engaged, you know? And maybe that's why we have the Eight of Swords here, is because if I don't propose, then how are we going to be stuck here forever, right? So I hope that you enjoyed this stack 3. Definitely let me know in the comments down below what you thought of this and if it resonated. Also make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed this, and also hit subscribe if you have not already, and also that little bell icon to be notified every time that I upload a brand new reading. I hope that you enjoyed this. I have all of my links in the description box down below for all of my personal readings and my crafts as well, if you would like to check those out. I hope that you're having a beautiful day, stack 3, and taking care of yourself and staying healthy, and I will see you in the next pick a card. Bye! Hello to everyone who chose stack 4. Let's get right into your reading and see how will you be proposed to and who is your future fiance. So right off the bat, I love that there is so much blue in this reading. I definitely feel like the two of you are going to have a deep conversation about your emotions, about your feelings, and where you stand in this relationship. And that is what inspires your future partner to pop the question. For some of you, I feel like maybe this is someone who lives at a distance. Maybe the two of you are long distance couple, or maybe the two of you are at a distance because this person is in the Navy or in the military and maybe they have to travel. It could even be that this person just kind of travels for work, so they're constantly on the go. So you don't necessarily get to see them a lot. And I feel like that's why this person brings up the proposal, because they're like, I want you to travel with me, or I want you to live with me. I want to be able to spend every day with you, as opposed to just 1 week out of the month or 1 week out of the year, right? I feel like there's this energy of just wanting to be able to share their life with you for the long term. And that's something that's very mutual here. I feel like that's why you have this deep conversation, because this person doesn't want to just get you in the middle of an Olive Garden somewhere and pop the question and you're like, oh yeah, no, I'm actually with Steve from across the street, right? And they're just like, well, what the heck, Melissa? Why didn't you tell me? Why we're at Olive Garden, right? So I feel like this person would rather have it very calculated with how they do it. You know, not in a bad way, but they want to make sure that you're going to say yes in the privacy of your own home. That way there's not as many people if you do decide to reject them. I feel like this person is very sensitive, very sentimental, and that would absolutely crush them if you said no. But they would also understand, right? Because they really respect your boundaries. They respect your personal space as well. This is someone who is always going to allow you your alone time. This is someone who is always going to respect your need for solitude too. So I feel like if maybe you're someone who has a lot of Virgo in your chart, or maybe you're just Earth in your chart in general, this is someone who's going to respect your need for space and your need for privacy. So going on to your first card, this is going to be your Angel Therapy card, and this is talking about the overall energy of the proposal. We have Heart Chakra, beautiful. The answer that you seek is in your heart right now. Be open to giving and receiving love. So it's definitely that energy of having a heart-to-heart conversation, right? You know, having that one-on-one time where you can understand one another, you can understand what it is that you want going forward as well. You know, again, this person wants to get to know you, and even after the two of you are in this relationship for a while, and even after you guys have gotten married, I feel like there's still going to be aspects that the two of you find out about one another, so you're constantly falling deeper in love, right? And that's something that you're really going to appreciate about this relationship, is that it always kind of renews itself. It's almost like with all of this blue energy here, it's almost like how the ocean, it's never like the same wave that crashes twice, right? Because the water just kind of comes back out and it recycles and then it goes again. So maybe it's the same energy with this relationship. Now, with the answer you seek is in your heart right now, I feel like those of you that are in a relationship and you pick this and you're wondering like, will this person propose? I feel like maybe you already know that this person is considering it. Maybe you already know that they have been ring shopping, or they have been literally whittling you a ring out of wood. But I definitely feel like there's this energy of the two of you being connected and knowing what you want out of the relationship. There's no mystery, right? There's no guessing about what this person wants going forward. So going on to your next two cards, we have your Secrets of the Mystic Growth cards, and we have number 19, Secrets, and number 23, Adventure. Woohoo! So, starting off with number 23, Adventure, experience, taking risks, and wish. So this person is definitely stepping outside of their comfort zone. I feel like this person is very protective of you, but at the same time, I feel like they're also protective of themselves. So maybe this is something that they've kept a secret for a long time. Maybe they even told their friends and family members, like, hey, I'm thinking about proposing to Amanda. What do you think about that? And everyone has told them that's a great idea. You should definitely do it. And everyone's waiting around, and it's like a month later, and they're like, Thomas, when are you going to do it? And Thomas is like, look, I'm just not ready yet, right? Give me another month. Try again next year. And I feel like that's the energy that we have here, is that it just keeps building up and building up and building up. And finally, this person is like, you know what? I'm just going to take the leap of faith. I'm going to take the risk, and I'm going to see if they say yes, right? Now, also with number 23, this is talking about the number 5. It's talking about change, transformation, and metamorphosis. So I feel like this is someone who really wants to have a change with you. They really want to experience all of life's up and downs with you as well. This is someone who wants to go through different experiences with you as well by their side. They want to be a package deal, so to speak. Now, I love that we also have wave imagery as well right here, because we were talking about that with all of the blue. Maybe the two of you are going to visit maybe Hawaii, or maybe you're going to go somewhere that has a lot of water, maybe Key West. But regardless, I definitely feel like the two of you are going to go on some sort of adventure. But when they finally do ask the question, it's going to be away from the public, away from prying eyes. It's almost going to be like a secret between the two of you, right? It's almost like you have to ask this person, can I post this on Facebook, or can I post about this on my Snapchat or Instagram, right? And I feel like this person is just sort of like, of course you can, really? Like, we got engaged, oh my gosh. But this person is definitely excited about asking you, because I think that they know deep down that you're someone who wouldn't say no to them. But going forward with Adventure 2, maybe this is someone who has saved up a bunch of money to be able to take you on a vacation, to be able to take you on this beautiful, lavish trip, and it's really surprised you. You know, maybe you even thought that this was a lot like your other trips, because maybe this person that you're going to get engaged to loves taking you out. You know, maybe they love taking you on long drives. They love maybe even flying you out to where they live, and you're just kind of figuring, maybe it's just another vacation or just another trip, right? But with that sort of an energy, I feel like that's when they get you kind of off guard. Now, going forward with also number 19, Secrets, that would be the number 10. I love that we're talking about going into a change and closing out an old cycle, closing out our bachelor and bachelorette lifestyle and going into a married lifestyle together, right? Now, we also have Whisper, Confidences, and Sharing. So this person definitely asked around. They asked all their friends and family members if this was a good idea to be able to propose to you, if this was a good idea, you know, to share their life as well. I feel like this is one big kept secret, though. Like, they went to your friends and family members, they went to their friends and family members, they went to the pizza man down the street. They wanted to make sure that everyone was on board with this and that everyone knew that you were going to be engaged soon, right? And I feel like it was an outstanding, yes, go for it, do it. Everyone was so excited because everyone really admires you as a couple. I feel like everyone sees that you two are best friends. They see that the two of you like vibe on a whole nother level than you ever have with anyone else, right? And that really does have to say a lot. So going forward, onto your next two cards, these are your Animal Totem Tarot cards, and these are talking about the overall energy of your future fiance. So we have the Nine of Pentacles, which is tortoise energy, and the Knight of Cups, which is blue-footed booby energy. Whoop, whoop. So right off the bat with the Nine of Pentacles, this is someone who is self-assured. They have confidence. They have poise. They are down to earth and humble as well. This isn't someone who is just going to flex on random people. This is someone who is incredibly generous. They are forthcoming with their emotions and their feelings as well. But I feel like maybe this is someone who can come off a little bit goofy from time to time, or maybe could come off as a little bit immature, even though they are someone who is so independent. I feel like they can stand on their own 2 feet. They don't need other people's help. If anything, I feel like they're helping out the people around them as well. This is someone who is wise beyond their years too. I feel like that's something you're really going to love about them is that you have very deep intellectual conversations with your future fiance. Now also with the Nine of Pentacles, I feel like they are almost a wish fulfillment in your eyes. It's almost like they are a manifestation come to life, and that's how they see you as well. This is someone who wants to provide for you. They want to be the main caretaker. They maybe want to be the man, right? But I definitely feel like this is someone who wants to be able to provide for you. They want to make sure that you have a comfortable life. They want to provide a roof over your head, right? They just want to shelter you. I feel like this is someone who is also very protective. I know that we talked about that a little bit before, but that's definitely coming up with the Nine of Pentacles. Now also with the Knight of Cups, I feel like this is someone who just kind of comes in with really silly offers of love. You know, it's almost like this person comes in and you almost think it's a joke, or you almost think that this person is goofing off or not actually wanting to be in a relationship with you. But that couldn't be any further from the truth. I just think that this person is naturally silly. They're naturally the class clown. I feel like they have a lot of people that flock around them too, and maybe that's why we have secrets here, is because it's like they've been asking so many people in their friend group, and I feel like they've gotten a lot of differing opinions. Not to say that any were bad, but I feel like maybe some of their friends were like, I don't know, maybe you should wait another 10 years. And this person's like, nah, I'm gonna do it now, right? But I definitely feel like this is someone who can't be tamed. This is someone who thinks outside of the box. I feel like maybe they're even an indigo child as well. They have that natural born leader energy, and I feel like they just have an overall leadership vibe to them, and that's something you're really going to appreciate about them. This person is also incredibly romantic. You know, maybe they're a hopeless romantic. Maybe they love watching romantic comedies, to be completely honest. So maybe the two of you are always watching romantic comedies, romantic animes, but there's definitely this energy of the two of you bonding in that regard. Now, going forward onto your next few cards, now that we have a little bit of an understanding on who your future partner is, someone who is very financially abundant and successful at the same time, maybe even a self-starter or an entrepreneur, we're going to go on to your Ethereal Visions Tarot cards, and these are talking about what's kind of leading up to the proposal. What is the day of the proposal looking like? So we have the Page of Swords, the Six of Cups, beautiful, the Eight of Swords, the Four of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles again, and the Six of Wands. Okay, beautiful. So right off the bat, there's going to be a lot of fun had, right? With the Six of Cups here, the two of you are getting together. Maybe there's this energy of finally being in the same area code, finally being in the same area in general. But with the Eight of Swords, I feel like there's a little bit of nervousness on your partner's side, and I feel like it's something that you notice throughout the whole day. Even though they have all of these events planned, even though they're taking you and showing you off, even though they're posting on social media and being like, look at my boo, look at how sweet they are, look at my love, the love of my life, I feel like you're going to know that something's up. It's almost like this intuitive knowingness of they're holding back. There's something that they're not exactly saying. There's something that they're not expressing. And the funny thing is that this might be over the course of months that you notice them pulling back, and maybe you get a little bit scared about it. You know, maybe you approach this person and you're just kind of poking and prodding at the subject, like, what's going on here? Why are you acting a little different? You know, why are you acting a little more hesitant? But I think it's because they're weighing their options, you know, and not in a bad way. I think they're just saying, how should I propose to them? What will be kind of a way that they can't refuse, right? And I think I've said that earlier in this reading as well, but I feel like they just want to make sure that this is assured. Maybe this is someone who struggles with control issues from time to time. Not anything bad, but I feel like they just like to keep on top of it. Maybe this is someone who has a very scheduled life. Maybe this is someone who literally is in the military. So they like to make the most of their time together with you. Maybe even in the Navy. Now also with the Page of Swords, I feel like you're going to start looking at their social media too and kind of saying, well, is it someone else that they're talking to? But it's not that. I feel like they've genuinely just been saving up money to be able to spend it on you, especially with the Nine of Pentacles here. This woman looks so abundant. She looks so happy, and she's just leisurely picking these grapes. And then we have a beautiful castle in the background. So maybe this is someone who takes you on an adventure. They take you to a hotel. somewhere really nice, and you guys go picking strawberries or grapes or fruit, and you just enjoy the day. You have a day outside, you have a date, you go to Olive Garden, all 9 yards, and then you go back to the castle, and that's when they ask the question. But there is this energy of feeling very victorious. Conversation is going to be really amazing, though, the day of the proposal, but I think it's because both of you are going to have that intuitive knowingness of something's going to happen, so we need to talk. But it's going to be a lot of fun at the same time. Again, you guys are best friends. There's nothing that the two of you can't do together. I feel like you would have fun even watching paint dry, to be completely honest. And how beautiful is that? Now, also with the Six of Wands, I feel like the two of you are going to be traveling. There's definitely this energy of going to a different place, going to a different area or a different location, to be able to spend some time together. So going on to your next few cards, these are your Wheel of the Year tarot cards, and this is giving us more insight in regards to your proposal. So we have the Tower, beautiful, with the Four of Swords, with the Nine of Chalices, the Seven of Pentacles, the Magician, and the King of Wands. Okay, so right off the bat, you might be saying, why is the Tower beautiful here, right? But it genuinely is, because of the fact that we had this building up of we have to talk, we have to get our feelings across to each other, we have to make sure that we're on the same page, and finally there's almost this lightning strike of aha, right? There was never anything to worry about. This person wanted to propose to me the whole time. Maybe it's like you guys are sitting together and they finally pull out the ring really quietly, and it's just this sort of moment realizing that you spend too much time worrying, that there was kind of nothing to worry about here as well, that maybe this person was stoic and a little bit reserved and pulled away because they didn't want to spill the beans. They didn't want to ruin the surprise. Maybe this is something that they even had planned for months in advance, but they just had to be able to save up enough money, because I feel like maybe this person has a lot of rent and a lot of utilities that they have to pay. So in regards to that, they also had to be able to save up to propose to you, right? So with the Tower moment, though, it's going to be very shocking. It's almost going to be as if there's this catalyst moment where everything makes sense and everything is as it should be. Now, another thing with the Tower, notice how with this tree, it's breaking in half and it's going right to the stump. I feel like that's what's going to happen here, is that maybe you have this kind of confrontational kind of conversation with this person, and they're just sort of like, yeah, no, there's no one in my life, like, I've just been quiet because honestly I've been planning this trip and I wanted it to be perfect for you. I wanted you to remember this for many years to come. And it's just sort of like, well, why? And they're like, you're my wish fulfillment. I feel like I manifested you. I feel like you're absolutely perfect for me in every way imaginable. And maybe that's something that's even going to make the two of you very sentimental. There could be a few tears shed as well, but I feel like what maybe started as uncertainties is going to end up being something that the two of you can grow on as well. For some of you, maybe you are pregnant by this person already, or maybe the two of you already have children or a family, or have already talked about having a family together. Now, that doesn't just have to be with children, that can also be with fur babies, with feather babies, but I definitely feel like there's going to be a firmer foundation for the two of you after leaving this trip and after having been engaged, right? Now, going forward, I definitely feel like this person is going to tell you, though, you're my wish fulfillment. I feel like you're my lucky charm. I feel like you are everything that I could have ever hoped for in a partner, and suddenly you're here. Maybe it was a little concerning to them too, because they didn't want to mess it up. They wanted to get it right. They wanted to make sure that it was going to be everything you hoped for and then some. I also feel like with this Nine of Cups here, that maybe there's this energy of inviting all of your friends and family members to spend just the day with you, and then everyone knows, everyone's excited, everyone is taking pictures of the two of you together, kind of the last time that you'll be boyfriend and girlfriend, or boyfriend and boyfriend, or girlfriend and girlfriend, but I definitely feel like there's this energy of this is the last time we're going to see them as bachelor or bachelorettes. Like, we have to be able to take pictures, and we're gonna have to live it up, because by the end of tonight, he's going to have popped the question, or she's going to have popped the question as well. Now, going forward with the Nine of Chalices, I feel like this person has a congratulatory dinner planned for the next day, though, or maybe even when the two of you fly back, maybe the two of you are going to go to a specific location, and they're going to have all of your friends and family members there waiting to kind of congratulate you on becoming newly engaged. But I definitely feel like there's this energy of celebrations, and also the fact that they want to celebrate everything with you going forward. Maybe that's something that they're also going to say, is that I can't imagine another holiday without you in my life or without you by my side. My family loves you. My friends love you. I love you. You know, please stay in my life for the long term. And maybe that's something you're also going to really love. So going forward, this is going to be more information on the kind of scenery of your proposal as well. We have more kind of outside scenery too here, which is really interesting. I feel like maybe they have a whole day of hikes planned or a whole day of camping. But regardless, we have the Knight of Cups, which is interesting. We have two Knight of Cups here. We have the Six of Cups again. We have the Eight of Wands. We have the Nine of Wands. We have the Lover's card, and we have the Ace of Pentacles. Beautiful. So right off the bat with the Knight of Cups, this is talking all about the fact that this person is going to be very romantic. It's almost like they are crossing all their T's and dotting all their I's. They're making sure all their ducks are in a row. They're making sure that you're plenty happy, that you've been well fed, that you've been, I was gonna say well watered, like you're a really fine plant, you're a really supreme orchid, right? But going forward, I definitely feel like this person really appreciates you being in their life. They really appreciate your company as well. Now, going forward onto the Eight of Wands too, there's going to be a lot of communication. Communication is the name of the game here. You know, maybe with the Nine of Wands as well, this is talking all about the fact that as communication is getting better, that's when you realize that there was nothing to worry about. That's when you realize that this was pretty much in the bag from the beginning, right? And I feel like this is going to be a very straightforward proposal. And it's not to say that it's going to be a dull or underwhelming proposal, but I definitely feel like it's going to be very straightforward of, do you want to be with me forever? And they're just going to pull out the ring, right? It's going to be very deliberate as well. This person isn't going to you know, try and pull any tricks. You know, this isn't someone who is going to hide the ring in like some cake or something. I feel like for a specific person, maybe this person is a little bit scared that you would eat the actual ring and they were scared of hiding it in your food, or maybe that was something that you told them, look, Herman, don't ever put the ring in my food or in my drink. I will literally gobble it up, right? Now, going forward, I definitely feel like you really appreciate how straightforward this person is. You really appreciate how in their masculine energy as well. The beautiful thing about this Yuval Noah Tarot deck is that it has 3 lovers, and you can choose to just keep one, but I love to have all 3 of them, to be honest. We have a male and male couple, we have a female and female couple, and we have a male and female couple. So I think that it's a really wonderful way to be able to tell that there is a lot of divine masculine energy in this too. I feel like the two of you are very upfront with one another, and I don't want to say confrontational, but it's almost like the two of you are like, this is where I stand, this is where my heart is, take it or leave it, right? It's not going to be as blunt or as brass, but I definitely feel like there's this energy of, you know, this is all of my feelings on the table. I also feel like some of you might be an LGBTQ plus couple, woohoo, but I definitely feel like there's a lot of love. Oh, more waves too. Oh, and water. So it definitely could be that you guys are literally by the ocean. Maybe the two of you like to explore lighthouses. That might be a message for someone out there, but I definitely feel like there's this energy of going to the beach, of maybe even spending time by the water. Maybe the two of you live near the coast. Maybe the two of you just really love going on beach trips together, and that's something that they're going to make sure that the two of you do for the day. Maybe the two of you just spend the day at the beach playing around, hanging out with friends and family, and then they take you back home, you take a shower together, and then you just kind of settle in, you know, after a whole day of fun. So going on to your next few cards, these are your Unicorn Tarot cards, and these are talking about your reaction to the proposal. So we have the 2 of Swords, the 10 of Rods, the 4 of Cups, the Empress, the 6 of Swords, and the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so right off the bat, I feel like those of you that are watching, there might be a little bit of hesitation on your part. If the two of you haven't been together all that long, maybe that could be a little bit of a pause or something that makes makes you feel a little bit uncomfortable, but I definitely feel like it's more of an energy of you saying to this person, are you actually being serious right now? Are you joking with me? Are you pranking me? Like, what's going on? Am I being punked? Is Ashton Kutcher gonna run out? But there's definitely this energy of wanting to make sure that this person is being dead serious, and they definitely are. I feel like when they see you being a little bit skeptical and a little bit unsure, it's going to kind of hurt them. But if anything, I feel like it's just going to bruise their ego, right? But they're going to pull out the ring then and say, yes, I'm dead serious. Why do you think I brought you here? Why do you think that we've been having so much fun and doing all of these things over the last 2 days? Like, maybe it's a whole weekend that they planned, and you're just sort of like, well, I thought it was just another trip, and I really wanted to talk to you about what's been going on and why you've been so distant. And maybe it just takes you a minute to be able to digest the fact that this person wasn't rejecting you, this person wasn't taking you on a trip to break up with you lightly, or, you know, maybe there was just a lot of overthinking in this situation or in this pile, because I feel like both of you do a lot of overthinking. I feel like both of you do a lot of overanalyzing as well. And maybe that's where we have a little bit of, I don't want to say drama, but, you know, maybe there is a little bit of miscommunication here. And that's when the air is finally going to be cleared. It's almost like the veil is being lifted, right? But there also is this energy of some of you maybe struggling a little bit with leaving your bachelor or bachelorette life behind you. We do have the Empress. You know, this is someone who is self-sufficient. This is someone who can stand on their own 2 feet. This is someone who is very independent as well. And it's funny because I feel like you mimic your partner so much. I feel like the two of you are mirrors to one another. But at that same time, you know, maybe you're a little bit nervous about moving into this new life as a Queen of Pentacles, as a wife, or as a husband. You know, maybe there's just this energy of, can I give up my singlehood for something that is going to be kind of asking more of me? You know, maybe there is even a little bit of fear in regards to, what does this mean in regards to responsibilities? What does this mean in regards to what I suddenly have to do as well? Maybe there's going to be this big conversation about, well, when we are together, it's not going to just be me cooking and cleaning. It's not going to just be me doing all the work. Like, we're going to be in this 50-50. You know, and maybe that's something that this person really loves about you, is the fact that you immediately start analyzing how you're going to make it work together, how you're going to live together as well. Maybe you want to immediately move in too. Maybe there's this immediate talk of, well, we're engaged, why don't we move in? And maybe that's something that kind of shocks your person, as well as the fact that even though they're proposing to you, it's almost like you throw it back in their face and you double propose to them, and you're like, yeah, well, why don't we live together? It's like a reverse card, an Uno reverse card. And this person is just so excited about it because they're like, yeah, we can definitely do that, you know? Maybe that's even what this person has wanted for a long time, but they haven't been sure how to bring it up to you. It could even be that if this is a newer relationship, they've just kind of thought, well, maybe this person doesn't want to move in yet. Are we really to that level yet? But going forward onto your next few cards, these are going to be your Witch's Tarot cards, and these are talking about what your future in-laws think about the proposal. And, you know, even with them coming to them and saying, hey, can you keep this a secret? What did they think of that? So going forward, we have the Eight of Swords, the King of Pentacles. Oh, we have a King and Queen here. Look, and it looks like he's almost admiring this coin and really putting a lot of thought into it. Almost like this is the engagement ring, and he's just really like, I wonder if she's going to like it. And now it's like you're there with it, and you're like, hey, I really enjoy this. So we also have the Sun card. We have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Five of Pentacles. We have the Three of Swords, and we have the Six of Cups. So right off the bat, I feel like your friends and family members, especially your in-laws, felt very, very trapped in regards to keeping this a secret. I feel like your future spouse definitely went to a lot of friends and definitely their family members and said, what do you think about the two of us coming together? Now, there definitely was an outstanding yes, right? I feel like all of them really wanted the two of you to come together. I feel like all of them were like, yes, this is a great idea. You should definitely go for it. I feel like the people that had reserves, though, because we did talk about that a little bit earlier, the reason why was because they didn't want your person to be rejected. You know, maybe they've been noticing that with them being a little bit more reserved and a little bit more quiet, that you've been doing more of your own thing. And maybe they were even thinking, well, I don't want you to get your heart kind of crushed. I don't want you to have your hopes dashed and your dreams dashed as well, right? Because I feel like this person really dreams about having this beautiful life with you. They want to have children with with you. They want to maybe even have a beautiful home with you, right? Now, going forward, we have the Five of Pentacles, the Three of Swords, and the Six of Cups. So it's saying, you know, maybe you'd be better off just where you are now. You know, maybe you'd be better off just being friends or being boyfriend and girlfriend. Yeah, but I definitely feel like there's this energy of saying, like, why not just date for a little while longer? You know, you don't want to risk losing this relationship. And I feel like maybe their friends and family members were just really, really concerned about this person getting hurt. I feel like your future spouse is someone who is very sensitive, very sentimental, and they wear their heart on their sleeve. Oh my goodness. And that's why their family members were so nervous about them proposing to you. And it's not even the fact that they think that you're going to just shut them out in the cold and you're going to ghost them and you're going to be rude. I think it's more this energy of, but what if they say no? What if they don't want you to get married? You know, what if this person doesn't want to settle down, right? And I feel like there's a mother in particular that's just sort of like, my son is amazing, right? My son deserves so much more than someone saying no, you know, and I couldn't bear if my son was rejected. And it's nothing to say against you, but I definitely feel like there's this energy of, I don't want my baby to be hurt, right? Now, going forward onto closing messages, and then we will pull some charms. We have the Seven of Swords, the Two of Swords, the Magician, the Hanged Man, the Ten of Hearts, and the Princess of Hearts. Beautiful. So with the Ten of Hearts, this is definitely going to be that happily ever after that you've dreamed of, though. I feel like this is someone that you could very easily spend the rest of your life with, and that's why it's going to be so exciting when this person pops the question. With the Hanged Man, it's almost going to be after a time of quiet, after a time of reflection. You know, again, I definitely feel like your future partner is someone who reflects a lot, someone who is very earthy, someone who is very stable, but they also take a long time to be able to ask the question. The Pentacles actually moves the slowest out of any suits in the tarot deck. So I definitely think that it's talking about the fact that this person waited a long time to be able to pop the question to you. Now, we also have the Magician here. So again, it's talking about the fact that they feel as if they manifested you into their life. Maybe you also feel like you manifested this situation. You know, maybe you are someone who thinks about how you'll be proposed to a lot, and you've thought about having this beautiful day out near the water and out near the ocean, and all of a sudden this person brings you back home and then proposes to you. Some people might actually be proposed to right there on the beach. For others of you, I feel like maybe this person is going to take you out on a lake or take you out on a boat in like the ocean or something, and they're going to propose to you there. But there definitely was some form of hesitation with the Seven of Swords. I definitely feel like this is avoiding proposing to you for a long time, as opposed to anything else. Sometimes when we see the Seven of Swords, we can think of deceit or deception, but it's not that at all. I feel like the Seven of Swords in this case is talking all about, well, I'll do it tomorrow, or I'll do it the next day. And instead of just asking you the question when they originally had it on their mind and putting it off and putting it off, I feel like they made you think that they were indecisive. Now, also, I feel like you're definitely going to be in that energy as well, where you're feeling a little bit indecisive too. You know, but when this person comes into your life, I feel like there's going to be little doubt that you want to be with them for the long term. Now, notice that we have two butterflies here as well. I definitely feel like this is talking about after a time or a period of change, growth, and transformation. That's when you both are going to be ready to come together. Maybe your future partner is going to get a promotion or a raise at work, and that's what's going to spur this idea of, I have to propose to them like now, right? Now, we also have the Princess of Hearts too, and this is a beautiful card because it talks all about planning dates together, maybe even having love letters. Maybe this is someone who is literally going to write you a big long love letter. It could even be that this person has written out a long like Facebook post that they're going to post when you say yes. You know, so they're that kind of person that's going to be sentimental. They're going to take pictures of your hand wearing the ring. They're just going to be very excited, right? Now, I'm going to clear these cards up and then I will pull some charms. Okay, so I cleaned up all of the cards, so let's get ready to grab some charms. So I'm going to close my eyes and grab whatever I am drawn to for stack 4 and their proposal. Beautiful. Okay, and we have some down here as well. So right off the bat, I feel like you and your future partner are going to be very geeky together. I feel like the two of you are really going to love the same animes. You're going to love the same romantic comedies in general. I feel like the two of you are just going to really understand one another. You know that one song where it's like, you get me when nobody understands. You come and hold my hand, baby. You get me. So I definitely feel like there's this energy of them understanding you even when everyone else doesn't. Now we also have a lot of hearts here, so there's a lot of love to be had. And I also feel like there's a lot of love to be had with their family too. I feel like their family really adores you. Now we also have this little empty cameo, so I feel like this is talking all about the fact that the two of you are going to be taking a lot of pictures together. I feel like it's going to be a really wonderful time for writing your story as well, and kind of envisioning what it is that you want going forward. It's going to be really wonderful to talk to this person and say, well, this is how I envision my life going forward. We have a rose, so it could be that this person gifts you a bunch of flowers as well that day, but I also feel like it's just going to be a very romantic proposal, not in maybe Hollywood standards, but I definitely feel like it's going to be romantic in the fact that they're very expressive with their emotions. Now, we also have the elephant, so I feel like the two of you are going to have a lot of fun. There's definitely going to be a lot of conversations had as well. Elephants are very intellectual, they're very smart, they're very compassionate, and they're also very, very intuitive. So I feel like the two of you are going to be very, very intuitively inclined towards one another. There's going to be a lot of peace between the two of you, a lot of serenity. It's almost like the two of you are each other's sanctuary, especially for that day, but it's a very peaceful weekend. It's a very peaceful day as well that you're being proposed to. We literally have the wedding ring. Beautiful. So I definitely feel like, you know, they want to get you something really nice too. Maybe they're literally going to get you a colored stone. It could be that some of you literally have ruby as your birthstone. Does not have to be, but I just kind of wanted to put it out there. But I definitely feel like they want to give you a good ring. Maybe they've saved up a lot of their money to be able to buy you it. Now we also have the tab. They've been keeping tabs on your social media. I feel like this is someone maybe that you already know, right? But they're very good with their money, and I feel like you're very good with your money as well, which is something that they really like about you. I feel like both of you can be self-sufficient in your own way. Both of you don't necessarily need each other. You're just kind of extras in each other's lives, right? Now, with the bobby pin, I feel like this person really loves how you do your hair. I feel like they love that you always take care of yourself, that you're always dressed really nice. They just love how you clean up too. They see you as their good luck charm. They see you as their happiness. They want to start a family with you too, to be completely honest. You know, the rabbit is talking all about fertility and all about abundance as well. Maybe they even want to start a business with you. We literally have the Four of Wands, the marriage card. They want to get married. Go into the chapel of love, right? They just really, really love you. Now we also have the red peppermint. I feel like this person is very traditional in that sense that they want to have maybe a traditional wedding. This could even be someone who is, you know, maybe fine with having an outside wedding. Maybe the two of you are literally going to get kind of married at the beach. Maybe the two of you are going to have a destination wedding. But look at that. We have the death card showing up with the Nine of Cups. So it's almost like the death of a bachelor, right? Like that Panic at the Disco song, the death of a bachelor, the death of a bachelor. Oh, 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 letting the water fall. And I feel like that's kind of the energy that we have here. Some of you might even be getting proposed to by a waterfall. I don't know, that might be specific for someone. But we do have this little yellow candy as well. So I feel like it's going to be a very bright, very sunshiny day. Some of you might literally be traveling to Florida. I don't know why I just sensed that, but you know, with this sort of sunshine, maybe you're literally going to the sunshine state. Maybe you're going to a country as well that has a lot of sunshine, maybe a tropical setting, maybe literally Hawaii. But I definitely feel like the two of you are going to get really dressed up one night. It's going to be a whole weekend of just spending time together. Maybe they gave you a promise ring in the past before too, or maybe growing up, if you know this person as a high school sweetheart or a college sweetheart. I feel like this person just made a lot of promises to you, like, we will get married, we will be together. And now they're finally kind of upgrading you from girlfriend or boyfriend to literally wife or husband, right? Now, going forward with this button as well, I feel like this is them kind of keeping track on you. I feel like this is also them saying that they want to gift you things. You know, they want to be able to provide for you. They want to be able to give you all kinds of really nice things. The button for me is also talking about tying up any loose ends. And maybe that's also why we have these 2 rings here, because it's literally tying you up. It's saying like, I'm ready to tie you down. I'm ready to put a ring on it. So we also have this little safety clip with the safety pin, or a paper clip rather, safety clip. But I definitely feel like the 2 of you are going to be stuck on each other, right? I feel like the 2 of you aren't going to spend 1 second apart the kind of remainder of your trip, but there's definitely going to be this comfortability between the 2 of you, just kind of cuddling up, snuggling up on a couch, or snuggling up near a fire. Now, we also have this cow too, so that could be significant for some of you. Maybe they own cows, maybe you own cows. This could also be talking about maybe they have Taurus in their chart, or maybe you have Taurus as well. I keep hearing Taurus moon for someone. Now also with this little cow pin, I feel like maybe you guys are going to go out for a really expensive like steak dinner for those of you that eat steak. Now we also have Ladybug, again talking about good luck. They just feel very lucky that you're in their life. I keep hearing, I'm lucky I'm in love with my best friend. Now we also have the pencil sharpener, so honing in on their talents. Again, maybe they're literally whittling you a ring. Literally, maybe they're making you it. We also have the Hulk here, Hulk smash. Maybe the 2 of you are gonna be smashing. Okay, I'm done. Becky, let me smash. But at any rate, I feel like maybe this is that energy of the 2 of you just really expressing yourself. You know, even if it gets a little bit ugly, even if the 2 of you are crying and there's snot coming out of your nose, the 2 of you aren't going to judge each other on that, right? Now we also have how bad can I be? So, you know, maybe this is someone who is kind of acknowledging in the past that they haven't always been the model partner, but they want to do better for you. Now we also have the ship steering wheel, so I feel like maybe this is saying that they not only feel like they're going on the right direction with you, but I feel like maybe the 2 of you could go sailing. Maybe you're literally renting a boat, like I said earlier, going canoeing even, or kayaking. Now we also have these cards here. So I like to do the ones that are face up by themselves, and then I will save these since they are face down. So we have the Knight of Pentacles, again, the Judgment card, the 5 of Cups, and the 2 of Swords. So there's definitely going to be a little bit of indecision. Notice how with the 5 of Cups, this is literally talking about, I'm scared they're going to reject me. I'm scared that if this kind of falls through, I won't have anything left. But look at that. They do have 2 cups. They have a lot of love there. And maybe it's kind of divine guidance that it's just sort of like, well, it's now or never. I have to pop the question. I have to ask them. They're not just going to wait around for me always, right? And that's why we have the Knight of Pentacles. Again, one of the slowest knights in the deck. And it's because of the fact that he is very meticulous. You know, he is someone who wants to make sure that all of his ducks are in a row first. Going on to your face down cards, we have the Devil, the 3 of Pentacles, and the Page of Cups. Okay, so this makes a lot of sense. Maybe they were a little bit worried that this is going to be just an extremely sensual relationship. Maybe that you guys were friends with benefits for a while. It doesn't have to be, but I feel like there is a little bit of a fear, like, do they feel for me the same way that I feel for them? Are we just friends? Is this just kind of a working partnership? Is this just something that we both get benefits out of? And, you know, maybe there's a little bit of fear of, can I be the person that they want me to be, that they need me to be in order to be their spouse, right? And maybe they're a little bit scared that maybe they're a little bit codependent on you, that maybe they're a little bit over dependent, or maybe that they're just in lust with you, right? But I feel like there's always that kind of boiling point that comes to them where they realize, like, no, this is someone that I want to spend the rest of my life with. I want to put an end to all of this hesitation and all of this doubt, because I genuinely know that this is the person that makes me happy, that makes me feel content, and makes me feel like I won the lottery, right? As I look over, I see the 2 of Pentacles creeping out of the bowl. So, you know, I really feel like this person, when they really do stop and think about it, it doesn't take long for them to realize, like, I really do love this person and I want to spend the rest of my life with them. I definitely feel like you're going to know when you meet this person. I feel like maybe for some of you, this person has really light blonde hair. For others of you, maybe even dark, since we do have the Onceler. But I feel like there's this energy of this person just being very gorgeous, being very beautiful. And it doesn't have to be in everyone's sense of the word beautiful, but I feel like there's something for you guys that is just so attractive about this person. Maybe it's the way that their eyes crinkle when they smile. Maybe it's their laugh. There's just something that really makes them stand out as opposed to anyone else that you've ever dated. So I hope that you enjoyed this stack 4. Definitely let me know in the comments if this resonated, and let me know what you thought. Make sure to leave a like down below if you enjoyed this reading, and also hit subscribe if you have not already, and hit that little bell icon to be notified every time that I upload a brand new reading. Also, I do want to say that all of my links will be in the description box down below too for personal readings or for any of my crafts. I hope that you guys are doing amazing, you're staying in good health, and you're taking care of yourself, right? But yeah, I hope this resonated. Thank you again so much, stack 4, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye!